The only thing is that if you play with it like you would a lighter, you will hurt yourself eventually.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you'd hurt yourself with a lighter eventually if you play with it too much too. The odds, it's just like rolling a d20. Eventually, you're gonna hit a nat 1.
It just feels like a little, like it's a little shock, burning shock. You're like, ah!
Right.
Alrighty. Anyways, welcome to Roll for Severity's OG campaign. We are on to session 53 of the campaign, our homebrew D&D adventure. We play every second Sunday at 5 p.m. PST, right here at twitch.tv/roll4severity. And then we swap week by week between the OG campaign run by myself and the MW campaign run by Miss Wolfinger. Their campaign takes place at noon PST. If you're looking to watch or catch up on past episodes, subscribers have access to the episodes immediately after the air over on our channel's VODs. Otherwise, I usually try and upload them to YouTube about a week after they air, when I remember. I'm not always the greatest at that. I realized yesterday or the day before, they're like, I'm like 3 weeks behind. Whoops.
It happens.
It happens. Attention span of goldfish. But I'm Honest Kegel, the DM for this campaign. I am joined by my fantastic players, Mel, Not Nathan, Jamie, and Jeanette. Before we get underway, a couple quick things to go over. One, each month we donate a portion of all income generated by Roll for Severity to charity. This includes that from direct donations, bit subscriptions, and sales from our store. This month's charity is the Community Health Empowerment and Wellness Project, or the CHEW Project for short. They provide provisions, resources, and education for LGBTQ youth and young adults facing barriers such as mental health, poverty, homelessness, substance abuse, sexual health, and queer-related barriers. They also offer no-cost counseling, crisis intervention, peer support, STI testing, and a drop-in office for basic needs support and more. You can find them on the website, chewprojectyeg.org, or on Twitter, chewprojectyeg. Twitter. That's the bad English. It's fucking hard.
You go to Twitter.
We also have the store up on tpublic.com/users/roll4severity. Or once again, there's a link somewhere down below the stream. So without further ado, to my party, what happened last time?
We bought a hag. We busted some ice pillars. We accidentally killed 2 dudes?
During the fight, yes.
Yes. And then we beat her. And then everything started collapsing. And we threatened her servant lady, her maid.
Again.
To get us out of here. And we got out.
In the process, saving her.
In the process saving her.
Okay, let me be clear. You threatened her to help you get out.
Yeah.
Which she couldn't just, yeet you out because she was not capable of such.
No.
Yeah. We almost died, a couple of us. Jumping across that gorge. That was great.
Yeah, the party had some close calls towards the end.
I was reminded that we can die in this. It's not going to be yes.
No.
It was a situation where it was very possible that you could die.
I cannot revivify you if I don't have a body.
Yeah, at that point you need a wish spell.
A wish spell, yeah.
Yeah, after escaping Fun Dimension, we traversed in a very aggressive rush back to town where some of the spiritless bodies were to try and hopefully reunite the spirit people from the pillars that came back with us with bodies. And then we split the party because Kay was like, no, I'm not risking exhaustion. That's dumb. While everybody else went back to town to see if we could get some of the spirits into some bodies, which I believe we saved 2 people?
No, you saved a lot more than 2.
Well, in town. Or however many bodies were in town that were saved. And then you guys were rushing back to the ice.
Yeah, there was 3 bodies in the medical tent that they'd removed earlier before the Frostblins moved in and started causing problems.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them were still in the ice.
Yes, and I believe at the end of the session, the party was rushing towards the ice
No, we had gone down there.
you had gotten down there, and you were talking with. Oh, right, you guys
The
had
goblins
convinced.
left, and we were chipping everyone out.
Yeah,
There
you
was a-
convinced the Frostblins to leave, despite not bringing back the Haghead.
Yeah, whoops.
I mean, things were falling apart. It was chaotic.
Yeah. And those bodies had an expiration date on how long they would last, so
Yes, they
we
did.
boogied and managed to save them in time.
Yeah, Mel fired me a message after the session just to be like, okay, so to be clear, like, if we hadn't rushed, would they have expired? It's like, oh yeah. If you guys had long rested the second night and be like, well, it's like, it'll be fine. We'll just get there. We'll, like, make the rest of the trip tomorrow. It's like, they wouldn't have survived. They'd have been dead by the time we got to town.
So sad.
Yeah.
Kay has no
The
allegiance to
exhaustion
these
is
people.
worth it.
Kay has no allegiance to these people. He doesn't even know who they are.
Fair enough.
But you love Zoogink.
You do. And Zugink knows who these people are.
They're important to Zoogink.
Love is a strong word.
Oh boy.
I mean,
Mama Bugbear abandoned me to go find their lover in the mountains to deal with this whole thing. So you know what? Kay has bugbear issues now.
All right.
Theo also has bugbear
cares-
issues of a very different kind.
Yeah,
Hey.
Kay cares about Zugink. Let's not get this wrong.
I
Love
want
and
to see how you react
abandonment.
when we're hoisted above someone's head with those bulging muscles, or
I was a-
carried down.
I was a cloud. I was fine
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wasn't swooning over that at all.
Of course you were. Yeah, because you weren't in the arms. You didn't feel.
Cradled.
You didn't feel the titanium.
I mean, I've
strength.
let's be very clear. I have felt the titanium strength of Zugink's arms many a time due to the number of times Zugink has been like, "No, Kay, let's go."
Yeah, but that for you they were motherly. For me, they were something else. It was like, oh,
Zugink also didn't proceed to flirt with you for the rest of the dungeon, okay?
Thankfully.
That's because Zugink treats me like a child. It's completely
You are
different.
a child. So.
a wild
it's
child.
not
good
an
with a
inaccurate
bow.
statement. Alrighty, so anything else that people want to call it from last session?
Nah.
Alrighty.
The only other thing, the elf lady is with me and the other people that we had summoned to help us, and the sled dogs that were tired.
Yeah,
That's
Rosalie.
the only other point. Yeah, her. She's with me and everybody else back there.
Yeah, you guys took a long rest, but the rest of the party had headed on. So at this point, it's been a couple days since you've returned from the Hag's realm. With Frostblins no longer in the mines, the miners have taken back to, or have been able to get back to work and accelerating their speed because they're no longer just constantly watching over. They're still cautious, but they believe you guys when you've said the Frostblins have left, and when they were able to come down and help exhume the bodies, no Frostblins in sight. They're like, okay, this might actually be a thing. Awesome. Those you managed to rescue from the clutches of the Hag remained in a comatose state and were being looked after in the tavern, which was currently operating as a makeshift hospital to handle the number of people, because the few medical tents they had were not going to handle that many people. But you're able to rest for a couple of days. The exhaustion that you had is gone. So if you were exhausted,
hit the long rest button.
hit the long rest button. Get rid of your exhaustion.
Yes, please.
But it's and by this point, Kay, you've already returned to town as well. Rosalie has been staying at the tavern trying to help tend to the people there. She doesn't know a lot about medicine, but they've been getting her to do basic things like swapping out the wet towels and stuff like that. Just general care of the people. But it's earlier morning, and you get a knock on your door. as one of the miners is commenting that some of the people downstairs have started to wake up.
Yeah, I don't know. Get up, hit the town. Maybe talk to some of them. I assume Zoomging's already there and was probably the first one to know.
Yeah, Zugink would have been downstairs already chatting with the people as they were awakening. So what are people doing?
Sylvania hears that they're waking up and is downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, go downstairs.
As you come downstairs, like you can see various people. Like there's a few of them that are already sitting up. There's still some that look like they're in kind of comatose state or are still resting. But there's a few that have gotten up and started moving about a little bit. Very hungry. There's a whole bunch of food being made at the moment, just because they've been who knows how long without any food into their bodies, while somewhat sustained by the ice, are like hungry. And as you go down, you can see Zugink kind of standing there chatting with with one of them, and kind of like waves to you guys as you come down the stairs.
It seems like things are on the mend. People are waking up.
It seems that way. Some of them are awake, not all, but from what Draenel's been saying, they're feeling better. Their bodies are recovering, so it'll just take some time for the rest of them.
Have we identified who we may have lost?
Zing kind of like hangs their heads, like it's a bit hard to tell. Not everyone who was lost in the explosion is here. Now that could be because like when the explosion occurred, there was parts of people that we had found left behind. So it's possible they had expired at some point. But the ones that were there that we found, there's a couple that were sailors that had been in port at the time, and a couple people from the docks. So
I imagine everything is very disorientating.
The person who Zugi had been chatting with kind of was like, "Oh yeah, it is. Oh, this is by far the worst hangover I've had, and I haven't even been drinking."
Sylvania looks up at him and is like, opens notebook, flips, and is like, looks at him again, flips, looks at one, starts writing stuff down. It's like, feels like hangover. Number 7. Do you remember anything?
Somewhat. There's gaps. I remember being on the docks. They'd a mage had attacked or something. I don't quite remember. There was a big ass explosion. Ended up in the mountains somehow, and yeah, there's a lot of gaps in my memory right now. And he's trying to piece together what he can remember.
So once your hangover wears off, do you guys want to go back to, was it Ithamir?
Ithamir, yeah.
Yeah. It's the plan to return to Ithamir?
That's my plan, at least. I'm not sure about everyone, but I mean, technically they didn't fire me.
That's a positive way of looking at things.
So
Write them a very long letter saying, hello there, I expect I expect hazard pay.
the guys haven't shown up to work for years, but
random magic explosion. I expect hazard pay. Did not expect
7,
random
what was
explosion.
your job before you exploded?
Pardon?
Number 7, what was your job before you exploded?
I was a fish gutter.
Oh yes, that's
scribbling that in. It's like fish gutter.
One would think that would be a very safe profession.
especially at a port town.
Especially in a
Always
port
fish
town.
being brought in.
So, well
Now, were
then.
you the gutter, or did you throw them in the gutter?
Oh no, I was the gutter.
Okay.
No. Most of what we ripped out was given back to the fishermen to use as chum to get more fish.
That's smart.
Cannibalistic
Well-
little miscreants.
Well, Zugink, we seem to have solved the situation here. What's your plan from here? What is your plan?
There's still a lot of people who haven't woken up. We're gonna probably try and get some of them home if we can, but need to make sure the ones that are still unconscious are able to recover properly, and so probably stay here for a while at least. No strong desire to go back to Ithamir, but who knows?
I suppose it might be a good tiny little window for a vacation.
I know a great bar you can drink at in Amanodel. You want to make a little pit stop?
Zine kind of just like laughs. It's like, I'll think about it.
You can bring Drano. It'll be fun.
Zuging would look at Theo there, go,
Not,
wink, understood.
not that kind of fun. No. I'm just saying it'd be nice. It would. Don't be a stranger.
Well, there wouldn't be much left to the imagination after that.
Oh, Zugink. Oh, Zugink.
While you're, like one of the people nearby starts to wake up, and Zugin kind of like perks up and like hurries over to them. It was actually Zugin's guard captain. And they kind of sit up, and like it takes them a few minutes to kind of like become mostly coherent, but they're like, upon seeing Zugin, it's like, it is you. Like I didn't expect to see you ever. What's happening?
Oh, you know, out of body experience, being shepherded into into a pocket dimension.
And you were put on ice.
Yeah,
Like,
being
you're
put on
the-
ice.
You're the figures we were following, aren't you?
The one screaming, yes, and hurrying, and yes.
There was a lot of screaming.
There was a lot of screaming, yes. It was a bit of a touch and go situation toward the end.
Mostly go.
Mostly yes. Mostly go.
There was a lot of just get up and go. And you killed the hag.
Can confirm.
Yes.
Throat was ripped out.
Serve the blighter right. And you
You remember the hag? Okay, you are quickly flipping. Number 2, what do you remember about the hag?
I remember a lot more than the hag. I was one of the last ones she put into stasis. I was with Zugink here when the mage went wild on the docks. It seemed like most of those who were caught in the blast were teleported into the Froshier Mountains.
Wild teleportation. I didn't even know that was possible. Fascinating.
The unfortunate, well, aside from being teleported across the continent, we arrived here in probably the most unfortunate time, because it was the middle of a heavy blizzard. many of us already injured from the blast went into shock. Going from warm, damp into frosty and ice is one hell of a change.
Especially if you're still damp.
Yeah, and we were. Uh, it seems like some people, if they were only partially in the surge radius, only part of them came along.
That's different than most teleportation. Interesting.
Yeah, it was a bloody mess in the most literal of ways. Um, but we arrived in the mountains, and it wasn't too terribly long after we arrived here. Like we were trying to gather everyone together and trying to see who was alive and getting people out who were like trying to tend to people who had went into shock, while also trying not to go into shock ourselves. An old woman dressed in heavy fur cloaks came and stumbled across us. She claimed to be a wizard who was living in this mountain. We were desperate, in shock. At this point, we had no idea where we were, and so we didn't even have time to be suspicious of her. She told us to gather close, and she could teleport us to shelter. Just anything to escape the storm, we jumped at, and we grabbed everyone we could find, moved them close as she prepared her spell. As the spell went off, everything felt sickening.
She separated you from your body and pulled you into her own pocket dimension.
It seems that way. We realized too late something was going wrong with the spell. Like not wild magic, but twisted, and we blacked out before we could do anything about it. And yeah, when we came to, we were without our proper bodies, locked up. She was encasing people in ice, mumbling and humming to herself about how many of us there were, something about our bodies and stasis and ice needing to be kept safe. I don't know why. That some tried to fight back, but she was far too powerful, far too like we were in no condition to fight her, let alone have any chance of doing anything to her. The things that I remember about the hag herself is she was in several different forms over the course of the time that she was moving around. Sometimes the old woman, sometimes her true form, which is the only reason I know she is a hag. Sometimes a small child. And one of the times when she was walking around, she had a glass orb or something in her hands, and she was talking into it.
Do you think she could have been working for someone else?
Possibly. She mentioned, what was it that she said? It's something about it being almost time for the coven to reassemble.
Oh, a coven reassemblement. That is fascinating yet terrifying.
What is the name of the of the dwarves syndicate people that we were chasing for Annah?
The Scorched Hammer.
Clan.
Scorched Hammer. They're not. Yeah, they're not a coven of any kind.
Not that we really know of. I doubt it.
So we have a new.
Most hags have a coven though, and they're stronger when there's a coven of them.
Oh, okay.
Unless covens are into liches.
It is possible that they're into liches. Hopefully not, because trying to fight a lich and a coven sounds like a death sentence.
I mean, most of us are against lich. As soon as someone drops the word lich, everyone goes, oh.
It's like, oh no.
Oh no, it's undeads and wizards. Oh no.
It's like if you have that much time to live forever, why don't you just go find the fountain of youth instead
Go
of
find
making
the
yourself
fountain of
undead?
youth. Go drink from the Holy Grail.
Yeah, when
Oh, that.
when she got to me, I tried to fight back, but there was nothing I could do. The last thing I remember before you freed us is the creeping chill as the ice swarmed up around me. It did seem like she could only do that to a few of us a day, so it must have been either severely taxing or required a large amount of spell energy.
If she could
and-
only do a few of those a day, she probably didn't make that dimension alone. I wonder if her coven made that dimension. But she did. The dimension did fall apart. Maybe she took longer to make the dimension.
If the coven made it, they would know that it's destroyed, right?
Mm.
That's
Most
bad.
definitely.
Oh man.
So, and then at the same time, what were our friends here? What was the purpose of them putting in ice? Was it just for her personal purposes, or were they planning something bigger?
See, that's what I thought originally, but watched it was her way of living forever. Sucking their energy.
It's mysterious.
Don't hags already live forever, though?
The fact that she could turn into a little girl. Sounds obvious. Reminds me of our one friend, but we've already rooted out that these two are not the same.
Yes, you already did determine that.
Yeah.
That this was not ethereal.
Yeah. So, but I can't help but wonder. Did you any other piece of knowledge rattling around in that brain that you can think of?
Well, there's a lot of things rattling around up there, but that would be of use.
You got this, number 2. You can remember.
And like they're looking around. They spot Drano. It's like Drano was in the blast, but Drano was not. We didn't find Drano.
Huh. Same blast, different places. How does that work? Scribble.
I mean, there was a blizzard, and some of us has already been partially buried in snow when we arrived, so it's possible that we just hadn't found her.
Find her. Yeah.
Because we grabbed everyone who we could, but it was a hurry up and do it, not a time for in-depth search. What is there anything else that would be of use?
I mean, a catchphrase, a symbol,
Name.
a name. We can go to. I think Draenel's. We've checked Draenel's story, correct? She woke up by herself and she was outside a pocket dimension, and then she made her way here.
Draenel had you like based off of what you've seen and what Draenel described, you figured that Draenel was in that dimension,
yeah,
but found her way out.
Yeah,
and then found her came out and had found physical form. So
without her body. Like without finding her body in this world's counterpart.
That she can remember.
Yeah.
She does remember being in the snow like when she came out, so.
Yeah.
Oh, she might have actually found her body that was buried in the snow. Okay, never mind. Whew.
And she's like, Draenel was the hag all along.
Oh, yeah. Stop the princess. Where is she? Nah, she's cool. Okay.
When the hag was talking to the orb, she mentioned, I don't know if it's a name, a place, a thing, Gindra.
Intelligence or history check, is that something that I've heard before?
Give me a history check.
13.
You have never heard that name before.
That's what I thought. Especially with a 13.
Especially with a 13.
Yep. Okay. Gindra.
Yeah, that's primarily what I can remember. Like, if I think of anything else, I'll let you know, but
Are you planning on going back to... I keep forgetting the names
Ithamir.
of all of Ithamir. Are you planning on going back to Ithamir anytime soon?
Eventually, I need, now that I'm awake, I need to kind of take stock of what's going on here, where several of my guards are still unconscious. I'll probably wait until they're up and then make a trek with them back to Ithamir.
If you do think of anything, what's the name of our place?
You guys have not actually named it yet.
Yeah, it's up in the air.
It's up in the air?
We send the dragon head there.
Yeah, the dragon head has already been mailed.
Okay.
Yeah, we have brought up the idea of like the Dragon Head Tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talked about the dragon
Yeah.
head, the dragon's bane, all like dragon's
Could be
brew. I think
dragon
was another one you had
something.
put on the list, but like,
Go to the tavern with the dragon's head. You know,
Yeah.
there's probably not more than one.
Yeah.
What about
The
the
actual
bot?
dragon head.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, we were debating placing the dragon head in one of two places, either directly above the bar so everyone can see it and regale it, or right above the entrance to the place to attract in customers. Those were our two options. We hadn't
I
quite
like above the
settled.
bar, because
I
that
thought we
way...
decided it was going outside because didn't you
Oh.
prepare it for being outside?
yeah,
when last-
Cade
I
spent a bit
did-
to
I-
get it prepared for in the event of, but you guys hadn't actually decided on whether you're going to place it there or not.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because Kay was like, "This would be really cool, but I need to make a decision." Worst case scenario, it goes outside, which isn't a bad thing, but I need to make sure it was preserved so it wouldn't slowly decay. Because can you imagine a
The
dragon
decaying
head
dragon tavern.
decaying over time?
Bits of
That's a
skin
good
and
way to
scales
lose
just
business.
sloughing off of the skull outside. Someone's walking in the door, just like splat. It's like, ugh.
Yeah. If you're lucky, rotting dragon flesh will drop on you before you enter the bar, and you get a free
Toxic.
drink.
Toxic. Rotting dragon flesh.
Yeah.
Acidic, toxic, rotten dragon.
Yeah, sick, toxic dragon flesh.
Well, we can still direct him if
Yes.
on the way through Amanodel, even if we can't say look for the dragon head bar, like where the dragon's head outside. We can still sort of direct.
I mean, yeah, and we're one of the only bars like that's on the
Right on the docks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because it was you guys. There's one other tavern, and then there's the Castaway Tavern.
Yeah.
Those are like the three main ones that are on the docks.
Sorry, Castaway. So
I think I stole that name for my campaign, not even realizing. I stole it 3 times. Sorry, that's a
it happens. It happens.
where that name's familiar now. My apologies. Anyways,
Oh no! Heaven forbid you stole a word to use for a tavern in your game. Darn.
yeah, and if we can just be like, if you guys think of anything, send correspondence to this place.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
What about
Great.
the lot of you? What are your plans?
Well, this one wants to hunt spider things. I look to Syl.
Spider things? No, we need to go hunt blink wolves. Winter blink wolves specifically.
All right.
Oh,
So
I forgot.
Go
Forgot
ahead.
about the blink wolves. Oh, how did I
Right.
forget about the blink wolves?
Why did I think
Sylvania
there
didn't
was
forget
spider-
about the blink wolves.
Why do I have spider people in my head?
Because that's the next thing. Remember? She keeps
No, I
talking
didn't
about.
need the spider things. The spider things were to heal Kay.
Oh, right. Okay.
And we
Yeah,
kind of just
I'm a
replaced his arm.
I'm a different kind of handy now.
I mean, are the blink wolves northern kind of dwelling
Yes.
creature?
Yes.
All right. Well, yeah, maybe.
That's why I specifically asked if you saw one to bring me back its pelts.
Right. Which we did not, I don't think.
I
You
mean,
have not seen a blink wolf.
we've not seen a blink wolf yet.
Granted, the party wasn't excessively looking for a blink wolf.
Oh, might hang around here for a bit. I'm hunting a lich, which is really fun. If you see any, please let me know.
No,
You're
don't let us know. We're already hunting one. We don't need
Hunting
another
a
one.
lich.
Yes, but keep
No,
that
that's
For
a
like
long
yourself.
story.
sport?
No,
No.
definitely not sport.
No.
Can you imagine? Does anyone actually do that? They go, I'm not
heard
feeling
a
good.
story.
It's on
I
my
heard a
docket
story
today.
about
Oh,
someone who
Reginald,
had a.
let's get a lich.
I heard a story about a rich guy who had a spooky forest and released a bunch of things in it and hunted them for sport.
You
It
started that
definitely
quest.
was undead. I don't remember if they specifically got a lich.
I don't
but-
want spooky
You
forest.
started that story with, I knew a rich guy. Of course, some rich guy would be like, oh, you know, it would be great, Reginald. Oh, let's get a lich for tonight's hunting party. Ha ha ha.
And they were never heard from again.
That's pretty much how it went. He told us he had a great hunt one weekend and it never came back.
All rich people are bored and are constantly tracing that dragon.
Funny story, that's actually how I found this blueprint. We went looking for him. We found the Cyclops thing and found this.
Wait,
We never found his body, though.
Cyclops.
huh.
And the guard captain just like, did you check inside the Cyclops?
Yeah,
The Cyclops wasn't there.
probably why you're here right now. I hear they're not friendly.
At the end of
Well,
everything,
how do we
have
know?
a couple.
Maybe they're super friendly. I haven't met one.
Okay.
I won't judge. It's like, just because
In
they
any-
have one eye. I've met friendly giants, and they're pretty much just a giant with only one eye. So maybe they can be friendly.
Fair enough.
In any case, we'll be sticking around to sort out that madness for a bit, and then I guess we'll see from there.
Oh, number 2. I have one question left for you, though. Part of my routine questions for once people wake up. Do you have a sense of self-preservation?
Yes.
Okay.
Anna and I are standing going,
Oh.
But he answers and he looks over at you and he's like, what?
Yep.
And while you guys are chatting, like Kolash comes in, the chief basically of the Goliath in town. He comes in and he hands Sylvania a small bag.
I hope it was satisfactory.
She's up and running, so I think we're good. She's not consuming carts of coal a day. Yeah,
I did have some pointers for upgrades. I wrote them down for you. I don't know if someone else put them together, but it would take probably 6 months. So if you ever have 6 months where you're not mining, you should think about these. And I hand him a piece of paper.
He takes it, looks at it. Oh, I don't have my bag on me. One moment.
Still, you are worth your weight in gold.
Sometimes.
Happy up.
You see him looking at the paper you gave him, and he seems genuinely confused.
Well, if anyone looks at that piece of paper like you just did, don't trust them to do it.
That's fair. But yeah, hopefully the payment will be satisfactory as well. And in the bag there was 300 gold.
Yeah, she looks in and it's like, huh, that's more than I was expecting. It's like I kind of like lean over to who I'm going to lean over to Anna because she's about my height. Be like, I thought I was doing this for free, but I will take the gold.
Into her person.
Yeah.
We need that, or you
Yeah.
do anyways.
So I'm suddenly imagining like Sylvania trying to lean over and say that to anyone else. It's just like leans over, talks into Theo's hip.
Let's be be
More
honest.
of Theo's knee.
Yeah, she'd be
No, it'd be
talking to
Zugink's
me.
knee, Theo's hip.
Zugink's knee.
Yeah, it was the like Zugi's gone to help tend to some of the others and chat with people as they're waking up. What is the party doing?
I mean, it sounds like we've done what we could in the town. All that's really left is Sylvania's little
Errand?
errand. Yes, that's the word I'm thinking of.
Like that?
So Sylvania's going to go up to Zugink and like look way up. Be like, hey Zugink,
Mm-hmm.
you look like you're good at hunting. Do you know if we can find winter blink wolves here?
Yeah, there are some in the mountains. Probably, I think they've mostly been chased off from around here, but probably heading eastward. Might
East.
be able to find some packs.
Eastward, you say? Well, I'm going to take a guess that we should all get ready for another little camping trip.
Mhm.
A camping, hunting, monster hunt trip.
One last thing, Zugink. Possibly 3. I'm also looking for Elder Spires, Veldrix, and Izix, and I don't know what any of those things are. And I was wondering if you knew what any of those were.
I do not.
Do you have like a Beastmaster in town or someone who might?
Not really. Maybe the hunters would know, but most of us are like those all sound strange. Not things that we'd have been hunting here.
Okay.
Wait. Sorry, before you go, Zugink, just one thing I want to reiterate. We don't know what happened to the mage that attacked the docks, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, so could that mage still come back to like exact some sort of revenge, or do we feel like the threat is over?
But do we even know if someone attacked a dogs? Or was it just wild magic?
It seemed like someone had attacked someone on the dock and magic went wild.
Okay.
Maybe, but I don't think even if they did, I don't think they had any direct intention on any of what has happened here. So.
Okay. I thought maybe this ran deep. All right. No, I feel perfectly safe that all my friends in Ithamir are snug as a bug.
I mean, it's also been years, so if they want to exact revenge, they probably would have tried again by now.
It's true.
So what is the plan?
East.
Yeah, ration up and head east, I think. Maybe
We're
get
going
Kay a new
on
bow.
a trip. Yeah.
Anna will buy Kay a new bow before we head out.
The
So
question
a
is,
short bow?
do they have useful bows here? I've been using a longbow the entire time.
Okay, longbow. DM, can I find one?
If not, can I attempt to make one?
Chatting with some of the hunters, one of them does have a longbow they're willing to part with. They like the longbow, but it's not as feasible for hunting, just because trying to sneak along with a big ass freaking bow like that is not exactly the most efficient thing. And they are willing to sell you the longbow. What is standard longbow price?
I'm guessing 50 gold.
Oh gods, no.
No? Oh, sweet.
No, the weapons like that are usually fairly cheap. Actually, oh wow, the longbow is actually 50 gold base. He'll sell it to you for 20 gold.
Hell yeah. All right. I'm going to part with that and give it to Kay. Because I am the reason his bow is gone.
Cool.
I mean, technically his bow's not gone, it's just really, really small.
It's a toothpick.
He could
Oh,
shoot
no, I guess
toothpicks
the
at
arrows.
he could shoot a toothpick at you with his bow.
The arrows didn't shrink.
Nope, just the bow.
Yep. That reminds me, I will return the crossbow
To Zugink?
and the subsequent remaining bolts, which there are less of, considerably. When I find out where they are in my inventory, I will let you know. But yes,
Oh,
I know.
wasn't Kay going to get me to identify something?
I was. What the
Does
fuck
Kay
was
remember
I
what it
gonna
is?
get you?
Oh, bracers. Your cool bracers that you took
Yeah,
off a dead
my
body.
my enchanted bracers. Yes, the things that I know that are magical, but I don't know what they do. Syl, as Kay is getting out his crossbow and shenanigans to return to Zugink before we venture out, like to go hunting for things.
Yeah.
Kay's gonna rummage out on the bracers, be like, "The fuck are these?" Right, Syl, can you figure out what these are? We know that they're magical, but that's all I got.
Yeah, I'll spend the 11 minutes to cast Identify. I did not blow us up.
Okay. So you cast Identify on these, and they are bracers of archery.
Oh, that seems convenient.
Awesome.
Yeah, they give you +2 to ranged attack damage, and proficiency with longbow and shortbow, which you already have.
Hey, that's fine. Cool.
+2 attack damage?
Attack damage. It does not change your chance to hit, just the damage
but
you deal.
He does
I mean-
2 extra
I
points
mean-
damage.
I mean, it would if, I wasn't already proficient in everything and being like, yay, these are useful. No, these just... Cool. Oh, look at you.
I guess that means we should spend some time getting a replacement bow for Kay.
Well, Anna just did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anna bought a longbow from
Sorry.
one of the hunters.
Correct me if I'm wrong. These are items that need to be attuned to me, correct?
Or
Or at least, according to D&D Beyond, I need to attune them to me.
yes, so it takes an hour for you to attune them.
Cool. Obviously, Kay is going to be like, yeah, we're going to do that now.
Yeah, so that puts you
Because
at 2 attuned items.
it does, yes.
His
I ha-
arm and his.
no.
braces.
My arm is not an attuned item. At least,
Yes, it is.
is it? Does it count as an attuned item?
The item I made you requires attunement.
Okay, well, if that's the case, I also have my arm.
Okay, so Kay's at all 3 attuned items. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I have bracers and I have the amulet of gaseous form.
Okay.
And
I got 1.
And I'm just gonna need to figure out how to do that in this.
How to do it in D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
Click the little square box to the left of the item to equip it,
Yes.
and then down to the very bottom. Or are you talking about for the arm?
For my arm, so I don't
Oh.
forget this again, because I'm inevitably going to forget this again.
I think we'd have to make a magical item for your arm.
It should exist. Give me a second, I'll find it.
Yeah, I
All
don't
right,
remember
well,
what the
we-
item you crafted was. Yeah, we can look into that.
Should be just a prosthetic limb, should it
Yeah,
not?
prosthetic, or is that it? No, place on.
No,
Might be
not
that.
quite.
Yeah, it's just called prosthetic limb.
Yes, so according to D&D Beyond, it doesn't require attunement.
Either way,
We can follow up on that later.
Yeah, we'll fiddle with that later. So as the party has kind of gathered their stuff, replaced Kay's bow, Kay's given back the crossbow and bolts to Zugink, identified the bracers. What is the next step? Are you venturing eastward to go try and find blink wolves? Or is there something else in town you want to finish up? What are you thinking?
Annah has nothing in town. I'm just looking at our map here. Eastward. Yeah, there's not a lot. Looks like there's not a lot to do eastwards. It's just all crazy snowy mountains.
Yeah, we're going on a monster hunt. Hee hee ha ha.
We're going to kill
Do we
some
have
monsters.
rations?
East.
Yes, I do have a bunch of rations.
Oh,
I also have whatchamacallit, Goodberry. To keep us sustained. I don't see any towns or cities on the map of any sort of note.
Yeah, the towns and cities that are on the map are the like major ones. There's like very small towns and settlements here and there, but
So we might stumble. Okay. Cool. Yeah, Anna's fine with just continuing east to get Syl her wolf pelts before heading somewhere warmer.
already.
Once we finish that, I have suggestions of what we can do, but we got to make sure we come. Syl gets her stuff too.
Since we're here,
Since
it'd be
we're
a
here,
shame to go all the way down. Just to come
it would
back
really
up,
suck if we had to come back into this frozen hellscape.
find another
mean-
dragon.
We love Zugink, but
But you
Della
don't
keeps
love the
picking at
cold.
my ear every day. When am I gonna be a snake? When am I gonna be a snake? When am I gonna
Be a snake.
I'm a snake!
Alrighty.
I'm pretty sure Beanard hates it too.
Actually, Mel, roll me a
Yep.
perception check.
Oh boy. That's a 17.
You have no idea where Beanard is.
Did you lose Beanard? Can you telepathically talk to him?
No, that little fucker
No.
never answers anyways. This is fine. This isn't the first time he's gone on a stupid little vacation. He's probably missed that I brought him in the cold and there's no hair on my head for him to hide in. I'm just gonna keep an ear out for him.
I mean, next time, I suppose. You know what? Next time, we'll give him to Kay can take him. I'm sure Kay's quite warm.
Still him in there.
He can go
The
hang
mop of
out.
hair. Although Kay's
His mop.
hair is moderately maintained at the moment because last time you were in Amadale, he got a haircut.
That's true.
I mean, to be clear, it's been like a month and a half. It's probably getting a little shaggy. Like, look at my hair. Like, what's going on with this chaos mess? Chaos is going to be much worse than mine.
I was thinking that, how crazy Kay could be, Beanard might like the adventure.
That's true. Make a new friend. Yeah, there's not a lot of bugs here for me to, ask for some insight on. Can't really get anyone scouting for me because it's so gosh darn cold, but I'm not going to panic yet. I'm sure he'll come home.
Going
So
back for it, prosthetic limb no longer requires attunement. It did when it was first printed, but they changed it in one of the newer books.
That's handy.
Neat.
Okay.
So, Kay, you only have 2 attunements.
Neat.
Handy?
It is very handy.
Huh?
It no longer costs you an arm and a leg. Just the arm.
This is fine.
So as the party heads eastwards out of the town, saying farewell, they're very grateful for your assistance, and how are you
Zugink
planning
is-
on trying to find blink wolves?
Real quick, though, I'm so sorry. Zugink is staying behind in the town?
Correct. Yeah, Zuging is staying behind, tending to the people as they're waking up.
Jamie, I can only play one character at once.
I know. No, that's fine. I'm just wondering.
Sylvania, that is false. We are both DMs. We are very capable of playing multiple characters at once.
PCs are more complicated than NPCs.
That's fair.
Before we leave, I'm going to quickly find Zugink. I'm going to give her a pat on the shoulder and go, we will probably see you again in a few days. If we don't show up, then, come maybe send somebody out to come looking for us because we're probably dead due to blink wolves.
The pat on the
But it's-
shoulder is not acceptable. She will pick you up and hug
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Thank you so much. Oh, yes.
Anna's gonna hug Zugink's legs. 'Cause she thinks it's a group hug.
I wanted to say that it's been fun being with you again, even though we've almost died. That was also strangely fun, and I'm starting to wonder what our lives are lately. So, and also that I admire you and super respect you. So, but I'm not going to lie, Zugink. If anything ever did become anything more, well, between you and me, I think between you and me, I know who the pitcher would be and who the catcher would be. And frankly, it frightens me just a little bit. But I still want you to know that besides all that, I respect you.
Well, if you ever stop being scared, you know where I am.
As we're walking away, with Theo, I'm gonna be like, well, of course she's the pitcher. She's got a great throwing arm.
Oh, right! Like, in what situation am I the pitcher in this?
You
Like
wouldn't
getting
be.
hugged by a tree.
It would be
Can I have
buckle up,
Zugink
Theo, and we're
attempt to
in
hit
for a
Theo
ride
with a
tonight.
snowball as we leave town too?
Okay, sorry, what was
Just
that?
Can I have Zugink try to hit Theo with a snowball just because of that comment?
Roll me a dex save, or roll me a dex-based attack.
Nice.
I hope Zuging isn't mad about that comment.
Please don't
But
crit.
I feel like that's the case.
Did not roll well.
10.
You didn't. My armor class is 12, so somehow I dodged that.
Yeah, as you're walking along, you just see the snowball like careen past your head, like into the snow, and you look back and you can see Zugink on the edge of town just waving.
I wave back. I think she'll be okay.
Yeah, it was a friendly like.
Okay.
You said I was the pitcher, so I'm gonna smack you in the back of
Oh,
the
okay,
head
I
with a
get it now.
snowball.
I mean, in what situation? That's what's gonna happen.
Yep, Theo, it would absolutely be the bottom in that relationship.
It was a playful snowball.
So as the party heads east out of town, how are you intending on trying to find the blink wolves?
I'm hoping Kay would be able to help us because blink dogs are a thing from the Fae. So blink wolves tracking, similar idea, easier because snow maybe.
Even if we find regular wolves, I think it's not case preferred terrain, but
Once we actually get a sign of them, I can cast enhance ability I have prepared to give Kay advantage to track them down the last little bit, but it only lasts an hour, so I don't think I want to just be casting it as we walk out of town.
Right. That's fair. Are we strictly in tundra at this point? still, or is
No,
it
you're in the
forested
mountains.
tundra? Okay, we're in mountains. Okay, cool. I mean, I'm assuming I'm just rolling survival at this point.
Well, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for I'm looking for signs of animals to start.
Okay.
Whether it be wolves, whether it be other, like the deer we saw. Like, if I can find prey or potential prey for wolves, I can be like, cool, we can start by following them and see if we encounter any other sets of animals along the way, sort of idea. So
Okay.
from my perspective at this point, I'm either a perception to look for signs of other creatures as we are heading in direction, or I'm looking for survival to track them. But since I haven't found anything yet, that's kind of where my thinking goes.
Yeah, and Anna would just be looking for tracks.
Okay. Roll me survival checks then.
24.
I'm distracted by my new my new attuned items, and I am not paying attention.
Like these some good looking bracers.
Like Kay goes to lean down to look at what he thinks is footprint, like puts his hand out, sees the bracer, and is like, that actually looks really good.
I'm fashionable now. Ooh.
So, okay, you kind of, I assume you kind of mentioned to the party like what it is you're trying to find.
Yep.
And while you're looking off in one area, Anna, you're off looking in another as you're kind of like keeping your eyes open as you're kind of a little bit spread out, but not like too far from each other. And Anna, you find some rabbit tracks.
Great tracks. All right.
Yeah, and this is like a couple hours after you've already left town.
I'd let Kay know, just because we're working together. And they continue eastward, or
Yeah.
do they loop back? Sweet.
Yeah, they're kind of like going east, a little bit north, as rabbits do. That's kind of a little bit all over the place, but
Yeah, sweet. Just pass that on and try and continue following them quietly as best I can, keeping an eye out specifically for some white rabbits.
okay.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, that would be the plan. Is just kind of follow what's there, and keep an eye out to see if we see anything else.
Okay.
Also looking for yetis.
Okay. What, you think I would throw another one at you right now?
Yes.
Yes.
That's fair.
Right, of course.
That reminds me, everyone is rested and is fully healed at this point, correct?
Yes, everyone should.
Oh, my healing light slots.
Yeah, everyone has had several days to rest. So
Yes. I just needed to follow up because I'm terribly bad at not hitting any of the buttons in D&D Beyond, and then being like, it's been 4 days since a combat. Why do I have 38 health?
fair.
So just needed to double check.
That's fair. So as the you continue following the rabbit tracks for a while, and give me another survival check.
Nat 20 for a 26.
Nat 20.
Anna's on point with this rabbit.
Low to the ground.
Yeah, and you're like walking along, and like, okay, you're kind of like following the tracks, and like this is once again a good couple hours that you've been kind of like following these tracks along. They were a little bit old when you had originally found them, but you've started finding like fresher tracks. And as you're following along, Anna, you hear off in the distance just that like squeal that rabbits make when they
Die.
get attacked. Yeah.
Ah, crap. That's a terrible noise. I'm gonna like put my hands out, my arms out to quiet everyone, and then like guide us to like slowly. Actually, what I'm going to do is cast. Did it sound close? The dying rabbit.
It sounded a little bit far off, but still relatively like it's close enough for you to hear it.
Okay. So yeah, I want to quiet everyone. To make sure everyone just like knows that we're close to something. Explain that there's a rabbit nearby and we're gonna head towards it. That I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace. So we're all super quiet.
How long does Pass Without Trace last?
It lasts up to an hour.
Okay.
So
That's
let's see
plus
if we
10, correct?
to stealthiness, correct?
To stealthiness.
We do not explode.
Woohoo!
The important.
I would like everyone to roll me stealth checks.
Stealth check.
Oh, 13.
It's a good thing you had passed that trace, Mel. It's like,
Oh,
okay, we
man.
all need to be really quiet. It's just this way. Pulls up the pots and pans.
27.
Yeah, mine's also 27.
Well
Dirty
done.
20.
When you add 10 to stealth, it helps so much.
Yup.
Let's be honest. Sometimes the spellcaster class is like, ooh, what's stealthy?
Yeah.
Or if you're wearing
the
full plate
fighters,
armor, what's stealthy?
Yeah, Zugink.
Half plate armor, Sylvania here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Narok trying to stealth through anything. Just a clap of his ass cheeks alerting the zombie hordes.
God, that was great.
Could not
Sylvania's
stealth
actually
to save his
worse at
fucking
stealth
life.
than Zugink. Because
Pardon?
Zugink at least has proficiency in stealth, where
Yeah, that's
Sylvania
true.
does not.
That's fair. So as you like try and quietly creep along, you do like gradually make your way forward. Everything is a little bit eerily quiet.
As
And
it is after something gets murdered.
yep. And as the party is kind of like creeping up towards where the sound came from, I'll get everyone to give me perception checks.
22.
1, 2.
Nice.
11.
17.
It's okay. You're looking, trying to like figure out exactly where Anna might have heard the sound come from. So you're not quite. You're just kind of looking around, kind of a bit more cursory. Sylvania, you do spot movement in the snow up ahead. Probably a good like 45 to 60 feet or so ahead of you. Anna, you spot a splotch of red in the snow. And you not like you can see the splotch of red, but you're not seeing a body, you're not seeing any animals directly around it or anything like that. Theo, you see something completely different. And it's you see it and it angers you.
Oh.
Because as the group is slowly creeping up, you notice something shuffle in the branches, and you look up and you see the asshole bird.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as you're like sneaking up, and then it takes off. And as it does, or as it like screams out, you suddenly see significantly more movement in the snow up ahead as you see the glistening blue eyes of 4 winter wolves turning to look at you. And I'd like everyone to roll me initiative.
No.
Like what? And I'm gonna just pick up a snowball and throw it at the asshole bird real quick.
Oh, asshole bird's already flown off.
Oh, I don't care. Would you like me to throw?
Are these blink wolves or just winter wolves?
Who knows?
We're fighting wolves.
Zoom out.
Alrighty, so Oh, where's that? That. We've got. Oh, where is it? There we go. Sylvania has 3. Then it's Theo. Okay. Anna is top of that. Okay. So Anna, you are at the top of the order.
You bet I am. We're gonna transform into a cuddly Care Bear and run my bear speed towards the wolves. Getting this far. And unleashing a mighty roar.
It's the Care Bear countdown.
Okay, give me a second to grab your bear token.
All good. And that will be my turn.
That's not a bear token. Why do I not see the bear token anywhere?
You can just give me a dragon token, it's fine.
No bear token for you.
No, I'm not making you into a dragon
Oh.
yet.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Because
He
I know
doesn't have
better.
the spell class.
Why not?
You have not yet been able to get yourself true polymorph to turn yourself into a goddamn dragon.
Yeah, that's true.
What?
Oh, come on. Roll 20. There we go. Bear token. Controlled by all players. Save. So I'll shove Anna up in the corner. And the bear right there. Alrighty. That is your turn?
Yes.
Alrighty, that puts us to the wolves.
Oh no, the wolves go before us.
Darn!
This first wolf is going to take a step forward. Maybe, if roll 20 would stop being so ungodly slow. There we go. And it is going to try and chomp down on you.
Come at me.
Where?
At me, yo. For some reason, I'm thinking of the scene in Beauty and the Beast, where Beast saves Belle from wolves.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Instead of Beast, it's Anna Bear.
Yes. Anna Bear.
Does a 24 hit you as a bear?
It does. Holy crow.
Fuck off, wolf!
To be fair, it rolled 18, so it's
Fuck
like...
off, wolf! It's got a +6?
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck off, wolf!
God, I hope these are blink wolves. Whatever that means. That's just wolves that blink.
Blink wolves!
So that is 10 piercing damage.
Alright.
And I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Oh. As the bear,
As
right?
the bear, yes.
Just
Woohoo!
kill the hag!
Alright. 1d20 plus 4. I'm just doing it the cheap way. Damn it! 10! Oh
10.
no!
You are grappled. The wolf has a solid bite onto your leg and is just holding on.
What the heck? Okay. Grumpy bear.
Stupid wolf. And his stupid jaws.
Stupid
Damn.
fucking +6 wolf.
Stupid +6.
Okay.
Better be a blink wolf.
Second wolf is going to move to here.
Oh
And
no, they're ganging up on Bear Anna. On
Is-
Anna Bear.
Going to take a bite. Oh, he has advantage right now.
That's
Does
cool.
a 20 hit you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. That is 11 points of piercing damage.
Jeez Louise. Okay.
Poor Anna Bear.
Don't worry, I'm soaking up the damage. Oh boy.
That wolf is going to move to there.
And shoot bees at me.
Bees!
Watch it have a ranged attack.
And that one is going to go to there.
Interesting.
And that puts us to K.
Fuck him up, Kay! Everyone's measuring.
I just see a whole bunch of arrows.
Alright, so Anna, just don't move, okay?
Don't move, Anna. Anna, don't move.
I wanted to do this before you were in the middle of the combat arena, but now it appears that you're in the middle of the combat arena.
Now you know how I feel with Syl.
Yeah. So well, the plus side with spike growth is that it doesn't hit things initially. It just makes everything. It just makes everything painful. So I believe I wanted it here. Yes. I would like to center my spike growth right next to Anna and these.
I'm gonna interject real quick. I have land stride. So I do not. I don't take damage from things like spike growth if I pass through them.
Really?
Yeah, you can also pass through non-magical plants without being slowed and without taking damage if they have
Spike
thorns.
growth is a magical
spines.
plant, is it not?
Oh, yeah, I guess it is magical. Damn,
Yeah.
never mind.
Now, if it was just thistles, no, like you wouldn't take damage from it. But spike growth is absolutely magical.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right, carry on.
centered here, I'd like to cast spike growth, which is a 20-foot radius. Because particularly, I don't want any wolves moving near me, even slightly.
Okay. And that's a 20-foot radius square.
Yep. Which is big and uncomfortable for everything that has to deal with it. Not that I'm complaining.
Okay, where are you wanting this?
So I want it centered here. So
Base where it is then.
it would be one down and to the right, I believe. I think. Hold on. Let me measure to make
Can't
sure.
get every wolf with it, I think. So.
Okay, no, it's Oh, hold on. It should go one further down and one further back, at least based on.
Because this is a 40-foot wide cube.
Yeah. Okay. That's true. That is how that works.
Yeah,
Yes,
because the way that you were looking at it is just due to it doesn't count the square you're in as being a part of that.
Yeah. Nope. That makes sense. That's fine. Then where it is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, things to keep in mind when you use the measuring tool.
Yeah. It's also weird that it's a 20-foot radius cube or square.
Not a circle.
All these squares make a
don't
circle.
have
All these squares make a
radii.
circle.
Don't look at me. It's fine. Moving on.
Yep.
That happens when you work on a great game.
So that you've cast Spike Growth. Roll me a d20 to see if we explode.
Yes. Oh, that. Nope.
Did not explode. Booyah! Alrighty. That puts us to Theo.
Okay, well, I see. Do I have a clear line of sight on this wolf? Wait, hang on. On this wolf.
Yes, through Anna.
Through Anna. Okay, so, well, I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna fire at this. I'm gonna fire Eldritch Blast at this wolf.
Okay. So roll me your 2 attacks.
Yeah!
Dirty 20.
Does
Nice.
a 20 hit?
A 20 does hit.
Yay! And then my second one is an 11.
11 does not hit.
I figured. Okay, I'll roll my attack damage. 41, which is... I do 10 damage.
10. Alrighty.
And then I'm going to move... I'm going to move next to this tree. In fact, I'm going
Okay.
to move over here, because...
Alrighty.
Yeah, and that ends my turn.
Okay. That puts us on to Sylvania.
I was hoping the wolves would get closer together. I wanted to fairy fire all of them. I'm going to hop off dog. Take us. Kind of be there. Yeah, I'm going to stay there. And going to tell dog to move to this square on his turn. Which will be right after mine. And what actions can I make him do again? Sorry, it's been a while since I've played Civil.
I know, right?
Okay.
How do I artificer again?
It's gonna be weird not being able to hit any, like, all the characters on the party again.
Mhm.
Back to the, does a 26 hit? No.
Okay. Then I am going to. There's no fire around, so. I'm going to cast Heroism on myself,
Okay.
which imbues me with bravery until the spell ends. Creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns.
Okay. And what is, or first, I guess, roll to see if we explode.
Yep.
As we suddenly shrink Kay's bow again.
No explosion.
Alrighty. And so what, how much temporary health do you get per turn?
Equal to my modifier, so it'll be 4 every turn.
Okay.
And then after my turn, it's Dog's turn. Dog's going to take the step up like I told him to. And it's that's my turn.
Alrighty. That puts us back to Anna.
It's me.
Sure.
So since I'm grappled, I assume I have to make a strength check to be ungrappled.
Yeah, if you want to break free of the grapple, then it's a strength check. You can attack while grappled. Where was the grapple rules?
Grapple makes your movement 0, and I think that's the only thing it does in this one.
Cool. I don't need to move.
Oh, that's grapple, not grappling. Yeah, your speed becomes 0. Yes, that is all that you have. Is that right now your speed is 0.
Cool. We're gonna try and bite Wolf Boy.
Okay.
So it's a 21 to hit,
21 hits.
which is pretty awesome. And then roll that damage. Oh, right. It's space. So it's 9 damage
Okay.
onto his stupid face, and then attacking again with that cool function that I learned. So that's a 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
Go figure. All right. And not moving in the spikes.
Alrighty. The first wolf that is you currently grappled is going to try. He's going to basically like jerk his head around and try and throw you to the ground. So I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
All right. That's a 12. Shoot.
That is fail. So you take 12 points of slashing damage.
Oh, that's
and you are knocked prone.
darn.
So you are.
So advantage on attacks made on me?
Yeah, you're prone. The second wolf that is there is going to take a bite at you.
Cool.
And that is an 20 to hit again.
All right.
That is only 7 points of slashing damage, or 7 points of piercing damage.
7. All right, thank you. And let me just double check some things.
Whether you're still a bear?
Yeah. I'm Annah now. There's
You're
no
Annah?
bear.
By the way, Theo, these aren't blink wolves. They're not blinking.
Yeah.
You are still prone as Annah.
Cool.
The wolf back here is going to go 5. How much damage is it per step they take?
2d4.
2d4. Okay, roll me 2d4.
Five.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 35, 40. It is going to rush up and it is going to attack Dog.
Has disadvantage.
Why does it have disadvantage on attacking Dog?
Unless I tell Dog to use a different action, he uses the dodge action.
Oh, okay. Does a 17 hit Dog?
17 does hit Dog.
Okay. That
Hey,
is
guys.
that 11 points of piercing damage. And I need Dog to make me a strength saving throw.
Okay. 12.
12 is not a pass. So Dog is now grappled.
Okay.
The other wolf.
Dog Dog is not food, silly wolf.
25, 30,
You
35,
cannot eat dog.
40.
Oh, of course that was coming up.
And it is going to attack you, Theo.
Of course it is.
Does a 12 hit?
That is my armor class.
Does hit. Okay. You take 5 points of piercing damage.
I did.
Uh,
I hope he chokes on it.
Can you roll me a strength saving throw?
Yeah, I can. 18.
You do not get grappled.
Can I kick him in the face? Don't answer that. I know the answer.
You can certainly try. And that is the wolf's turn. That puts us to K.
All right. Well, it's been a while since I've taken my longbow out, but I kind of want to shoot the one that's grappled dog. I think grappled dog tried to grapple dog.
Grapple dog. Dog is grappled.
And if I recall correctly, I get 2 shots with my longbow because we're back to using my longbow instead of the stupid crossbow. Stupid stupid. Cool. So, does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Nice.
And does a 26 hit?
Also yes.
Perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna damage this boy. 7 and 5. God, those were terrible damage rolls. I have a +4 to my damage. Come on.
Do you already have the increase in damage from your?
I added the extra increase to damage into the formula already. Yeah.
Okay, good. Wanted to make
And
sure.
that's why I'm sad I did 5, because that means I rolled a 1.
Yeah, the wolf's attack on Jamie was also 1 on the damage die.
just 1 and a 2, or 1 and a 3.
Yup.
Which is great.
All right, so you attack
Yeah.
twice. Anything else?
No, that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Theo, are you gonna kick it in the face?
No, I'm gonna use my bonus action to use Misty Step.
Okay.
I'm
Where
just
to?
debating where to go. So 6. So if I go Blamp, I can get away from him, and then I still have my movement.
Well, blink. Misty Step is.
Misty Step, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see.
So you would not be able to go there because you cannot see through the tree.
So okay, then so I can just go down here though.
Yeah, you could go straight 30 feet, go bop.
Yeah,
As long
so
as
I
you can
go
see
there.
the destination.
Yeah. So that's my bonus action.
Okay.
I am going to, from there, go 5, 10, 15, 20 feet right there.
Okay.
Because I still have movement. And I am going to cast Flaming Sphere.
Nice.
It's either fly. I want to cast. I'm not gonna lie. I want to cast Fly on Annah, but it's a touch spell, so I can't cast Fly on Annah. So I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere.
Yeah,
And
the
I'm
only way to
gonna
cast Fly on Anna would have been to teleport into the thorns and then
Yeah.
slap Anna.
Yeah. So I'm going to, and I couldn't go that far, so I'm going to cast it right here. That should. I'm just going to bring this up again. I remember it's a 5-foot diameter sphere, occupied space. The sphere ignites objects not The series and thumb of objects not being worn or carried, and it sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius. I'm trying to remember how big we determined it. So any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet within 5 feet. Yeah. So just remember that it's the square.
It's every square around it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I am then going to
Move it 2 spaces to the left.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna move it 2 spaces. Move it 2 spaces to the left. It doesn't run into anything, but
Means both the
those guys will
wolves
be
have
there.
fire right behind them.
Yeah, they'll have fire right behind them, and that is my turn.
Nice.
Alrighty. Sylvania.
Alrighty, so I gain my 4 temp hit points. I am then going to take this step.
Also, just as a reminder, with 10 hit points, they don't stack.
Yeah, it just goes to whatever one's higher.
Yeah.
Take that step, inviting an attack of opportunity, I assuming
Yep.
they don't have 10-foot reach.
They do not have 10-foot reach. But that is a miss.
Okay. I am then going to attack the one attacking dog, because this one needs to be culled from the wild, because it thinks a robot is food. Need to remove that idea from the gene pool. That is a 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
10 slashing.
Okay.
For my second attack now. Nat 20 on the other side.
So though.
So that'll be another 12 slashing.
Okay. So as you get those 2 solid hits in with your long sword, that second hit, get it nice and firm between the shoulder blades of the wolf, and the wolf does drop.
See? Don't eat my dog. I will tell dog to move to this spot on his turn. That way he could assist me or Kay, depending on who this wolf decides to attack.
Okay.
I assume he's no longer grappled because the wolf is dead.
Yes.
And that's my go.
Alrighty. That puts us up to Annah. You are currently on your back in between 2 very angry wolves.
Do I need to make a strength check or a saving throw to break proneness?
You need to escape because you need to use half your movement to stand up.
And
you
your
have no
movement is
movement
0.
to grapple.
So yeah, you still have to break free from the wolf's grapple.
No, I get that. So is it a check or a saving? Like, what's the...
It'd be like athletics or
Okay,
acrobatics.
cool.
Yeah, athletics, acrobatics.
Thank you. It's a 10.
You are still grappled, and thus
Okay.
still prone.
So I can't take other actions, or can I? As
You
if I'm
can,
prone?
while making it other actions while prone is at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Because I want a wild shape.
Oh, wild shape there's no action associated with that, or no.
Yeah, it is an action. But
Oh,
like,
if you're wanting to wild shape, you would not do the attempt to break the grapple.
oh, I see. I assumed I couldn't do anything if I was like prone, so I'd have to try, and then I wasn't sure if there are other actions. Okay.
No, you
already
could wild
tried
shape. You could wild shape without breaking free.
I see. Okay. Well then, I need the hit points, so I'm just gonna wild shape into a bear again.
Okay.
So hooray! I'm bear, grappled bear. And
I like
that's
the idea that whenever Anna turns into a bear, she actually just flies off into the distance and a bear flies in.
I mean, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to create a flying bear. But then I looked and it was like, fuck, it's touch!
freaking perfect.
Yeah, you are now grappled bear. Also, there is some visible confusion on the face of this wolf.
I'm glad. It doesn't know what it's trying to eat.
The bear just turned into a goblin.
A
and the
tiny
goblin turned
purple
into a
thing
bear.
and then turned back into the bear. What?
Wonderful.
This guy should not have eaten those mushrooms last night. Hot damn.
Shouldn't eat rabbits that eat mushrooms.
Apparently.
That's it.
That's all for your turn?
Yep.
Okay. That puts us to the wolves. It is going to attempt to rend again. You are already prone. So you fail that automatically. That is 10 points of slashing. No, 8 points of slashing damage.
Oh, much better than the first hit. All right.
And the second wolf is going to attack you. That is 16 to hit.
Ah, it's way worse. Oh, sorry, to hit? Doesn't
To
it
hit.
just... yeah, it hits.
Okay. No, the other one still has to... They still have to make an attack, but they have advantage to hit you.
Oh, okay.
That is 7 points of slashing... or is piercing damage. It takes another bite at you.
Beautiful.
That wolf does not know where you went. It is going to move forward then and attack Kay.
Dog will intervene using its reaction to make it have disadvantage.
Okay. I don't suppose an 8 hits you. Okay. Then it misses. That puts us to Kay.
Cool. So I'm pretty sure I can. I'm going to use Misty Step as my bonus action.
Okay. Actually, both you and Theo need to roll me surges for exploding from Misty Step.
That's entirely fine.
No explosion. Oh, I need to roll twice.
Oh yeah, for Flaming Sphere.
Yeah, no, I do not explode.
I don't
Neither does
explode.
Kay.
Cool. And now that I'm over here, I'm going to shoot this boy in the back with a longbow.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
16 hits.
Cool. I can still shoot twice, because yes, I can. I'm betting a 10 doesn't, though.
10 does not hit.
Well, it does 10 piercing damage.
Alrighty.
And we'll call that my turn. Actually, and I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna take a couple more extra steps. So I'm back here within beautiful visible range of Theo.
Okay.
And just a little bit farther from the wolf because I don't trust it.
Why wouldn't you trust the wolf?
It tried to bite me.
Yes.
Do those wolves take damage?
Which one? Oh, yes, because they ended
the-
their turn. That is correct.
Yeah, so they need to do 2 dexterity saves.
How much damage do they take?
They are going to take... How much damage do I do on this goddamn thing again? Let me take a quick second. Ooh, it is 3d6. Ooh,
Oof.
I forgot.
Oh, yeah, because you're warlock, so everything casts higher.
Yep.
So 9 damage. Okay.
If they both fail, the dex is 13.
Well, they both failed, so they both take the full damage.
They both take 9 damage.
Okay. Yes, thank you for reminding me of that.
No problem. I was wondering, I was like, is that at the end of my next
No,
turn?
it's the end of their
or
turn.
Their turn.
Yeah. Speaking of their turn, Theo, it's your turn.
It's my turn! Okay, well, the one that has Anna pinned needs to die. So I'm going to fire 2 Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay.
Get
So
ready for
first attack,
That
misses.
does not hit.
Second attack, they fucking fail.
Roll me a severity on
I'm
that.
not doing well. Not doing very well. I am, however, going for my bonus action. I'm going to drop 2d6 and heal Anna Bear. And you get 9 hit points back.
Yes, thank you.
And
Okay.
I'm going to I'm gonna move 5.
Roll me a severity for your nat 1 on the attack. I know.
10.
10?
Yeah.
That's a
I rolled a
d20.
D20.
Roll a d100.
That's right. I gotta roll a D100. 39.
So with the 39, you basically you fire off the first Eldritch Blast, and it didn't have any oomph to it, and so you try and give the second one a lot more go, and it actually just detonates basically in your face.
Oh.
Uh,
Shit. So you're gonna make me roll damage on
yeah,
myself.
roll me damage for Eldritch Blast.
I take 9 damage to myself, don't I?
Uh-huh. As it goes
Ouchie
kaboom.
face. It goes kaboom and it goes ouchie. Well, now that it went ouchie in my face, I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm gonna stay over here.
When that explodes in Theo's place, Zelkanea pops up for just a second and goes, that hurts.
It does!
What the?
It does
Drow
hurt.
pops in and nowhere. That hurts. Pops out of existence.
What? Yeah.
Sylvania.
Okay, I am going to take a step up. And let's do some wails on this wolf. That's a nat 20, so
Whew.
18 slashing.
Okay.
18 slashing times 2?
No, it's
No,
18
that
slashing.
has the bonus.
It automatically adds.
Oh, okay.
And second swing is a 15 for another 7.
Alrighty, and that also hits. That wolf is not looking great.
Not quite unconscious.
Annah. Actually, sorry, Sylvania, did you have anything else that you were doing on turn?
Not quite unconscious yet. I'll use my bonus action to actually tell dog to attack if it seems close.
Okay.
And dog will then use force empowered rend. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
That's 8 force damage.
Okay. And that is another dead wolf.
Oh, that was dog's turn. I can't mount dog on dog's turn. So yeah,
Correct.
just that's it.
That puts us to Annah.
Try and break the grapple. 11.
You are still grappled. This is apparently a
Still
very
Say,
strong wolf.
Those dogs are on fire. I'm shooting spells at them. They're surrounded by thorns, and they're like, nah!
No, this bear looks tasty.
Neat. Trust me, I'm all bone. Actions is bear. Bears don't have a lot of actions, so I assume it's just a big old failed grapple.
Okay.
Done.
Alrighty. Sylvania, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. And also one for dog.
Here's our blink wolf. I found them. That was a dex save?
Yep.
21.
Okay, that's a success. So there's a slight also one for dog.
Oh, one for dog as well. That's only a 12.
Dog fails. Where is that dice?
Dog's bonus is better than mine. What the heck, dog?
Dog takes 8 cold damage.
Mm.
Sylvania, you like notice like a slight like shift in the snow and manage to like kind of back up a little bit right before it appears, but a massive wolf blinks into existence, sending shards of ice up in a cone around it, or in a circle around it, as it lands.
Ah, you were who I was looking for.
As you are looking up at this wolf.
Yep.
Huh.
It looks so tiny from
Jamie-
over here, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jamie looked. Has 3 screens, so Jamie looked at her left screen to go over her spells, and then she looked back to her right screen and went,
It is going to actually it is going to oh, I'm on the wrong layer. There we go. 5 10. So it does provoke an attack of opportunity from dog.
Kill it, dog.
Okay.
"Rip its face off."
I don't think dog gets attack of opportunities.
Okay, then no attack of opportunity. And it is going to, like, as it like shifts down, it looks up, opens its maw, and you just watch this like swelling of ice in its mouth as it blasts a line of cold straight up through you and dog. I need you both to make me dexterity saving throws.
I just made one of those. Why you make me do again, silly creature? Dirty 20 from me. And a 15 from dog.
Okay, you succeed. Dog fails.
Ooh.
Here.
So you take 7 points of ice you take 7 points of ice damage.
Okay.
You both take 7 points of ice damage. Dog has like ice building up around their legs, and their speed is reduced to 0.
Okay.
As they're currently frozen in place. They can make athletics checks to try and break free.
Okay. As a reaction, I'm going to cast Absorb Elements. I believe cold's one of the ones I can do that for. When you take acid, cold. Yeah, cold. So, spell slot. Do I explode? I do not explode.
Do not explode. Good.
I have resistance. Does it round up or down?
I believe it rounds up.
Okay, so I take 4 cold personally. Oh, that's my temp hit points gone. Okay.
Okay, and then it is going to attempt to bite you.
How much damage did dog take? I didn't write that down yet.
7 on the... It was 8 on the appearance and 7 on the
7.
blast.
Okay.
And it's going to take an attack on you. Does a 19 hit you?
Nope. Don't even need to cast shield.
Yeah, I know. Well, you couldn't be able to use shield anyways. You just used another reaction. Alrighty, and even so, as quickly as this blink wolf had appeared, it vanishes.
I don't like it.
As one does.
I don't like Blink. I don't like Blink at all.
Says the one who had used Misty Step on their second
Misty
last
Step
turn.
is a teleportation, and I use it, and it doesn't throw me into another dimension at the end of my turn.
Fair. That puts us to. Oh wait, no, the other two wolves need to attack still. It is going to move up. Okay, I need you to roll me the 2d4.
Five.
Okay. And that one is going to run out, so that is plus, ouch, 20 damage.
If only I didn't roll a 1 on that other dice.
It is going to run to you, Kay. And it is going to make an attack.
Alright.
Does a 12 hit you?
No.
Son of a bitch. Oh yeah, this one still needs to attack. Because it has Anna. Don't suppose a 7 hits a fucking bear.
Does not hit a fucking bear.
They had a really bad round for attacks.
I'm okay with that. That big one did a lot.
That's fair. Kay.
I need to take a step back. Do I invoke attack of opportunity from the stupid dog?
Yes, you do. It's gonna fucking miss.
That's great for me. Cool.
It is great for you. It rolled a 2, and it's like, god damn it.
Now that I've taken a step back, and I'm no longer at disadvantage from the thing being within 5 feet of me, because that's my weakness with my bow. If it's right up against me, there's a problem.
Yup.
All right, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on this as my bonus action.
Okay.
To do some bonus damage to this creature, and then I'm going to attack it twice with my longbow.
Okay.
Does a critical 28 hit?
No. Yes, it does. What the?
What do you
What's
mean?
your damage?
Oh, bullshit.
So I guess I get 10 plus 2. But then I need to add my 1d6.
Okay.
So the first arrow does a total of 16 damage.
The first arrow loosed directly between its eyes drops this wolf.
Amazing.
Because it took
Cool.
so much goddamn damage from your fucking thorns.
I'm glad. Out of curiosity, actually, are these coniferous trees?
Yes.
Okay, so I cannot see that wolf from there.
Yeah,
so you know
these
what?
are dense coniferous trees.
Cool. That's the case. That'll be my turn. I can't really do much with this now. So cool. It's dead. That was great. That was fun. Glad we had fun.
That puts us to Thea.
I would like to move my flaming sphere 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 into this wolf. I think it stops here as a result.
Blap.
And when that happens, when I run it into something,
They take the damage again.
yeah, they take the damage again.
So roll me the magios.
Yeah, so that would be 3d6. He's got to roll above a dex 13.
That's not happening.
Okay, so he
And
takes
both
8
those
damage.
dice are going to jail.
I miss this drill.
That was my bonus action. Theo's gonna step out this way so that he can see, and then he's going to fire Eldritch Blast again at that fucking wolf.
Okay, roll me the Eldritch Blast.
One Eldritch Blast is 19,
Yeah.
That's a hit.
and the second one is miss.
So you fire the two of them
on
off.
brand. On
And
brand.
what's the damage for the first one?
Yeah, the only one. Oh my gosh. Okay, come on. Boop. I do 10 damage.
Heck yeah.
I do 10 damage to that wolf.
And that is another dead wolf.
I did.
Yay.
Anna, you are no longer grappled.
Woohoo!
Tried for 3 turns to get that wolf off of you.
A long time coming.
I still have my movement. So I don't want the wolf. I'm scared of the wolf, so I'm going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to hide behind this tree.
Yes.
Okay.
Even though I know this wolf can pop up anywhere.
Okay, drop the thorns.
Oh yeah, I can stop concentrating on the thorns now.
Okay.
Hello to Temple Valley.
Thorns are gone.
Valley, we
So
don't
Anna
like blink.
can leave without dying.
Yeah.
Really.
Come over here so I can cast fly on you.
That puts us to Sylvania.
Alrighty. So, dog's currently frozen. Is that a thing where, like, dog has to make a roll to break out?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, my plan is still to hop on dog. And dog on his turn will make the roll so that we can hopefully actually move.
Okay.
And I am going to hold an action to cast Fairy Fire on the Blink Wolf if it pops back into existence again.
Okay.
And then on Dog's turn, Dog's going to try to get out of the thingy. What roll is Dog rolling?
Athletics.
Athletics. Oh, Dog's good at those. $17.
17. Dog breaks free.
Okay. In that case, Dog is going to bring us... over there. Over beside Anna. I'm actually going to position myself there-ish. Then I'm holding my action, and Dog will use the dodge action.
Well, dog already used an action to break free.
Oh, shit. Yes, so Dog will not use the dodge action. Which means I guess I technically used my bonus action to tell Dog to do that. I did not use my bonus action otherwise, though. So.
Okay. That puts us to Anna.
I stand up, nursing an injured paw, and I hold my action for if the blink wolf pops in front of me to bite it.
Okay. Where?
Wants to bet $5 is gonna pop up by me.
Roll a d4.
Well,
Because I'm this.
Usually when they blink, they're still limited to their movement, so you're pretty far away.
Yeah, I think I'm
tried so hard.
I'm pretty sure it's somewhere between I'm about to be attacked or it's gonna chase Syl.
And the answer to that question is K. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Nice.
That is
Why couldn't have been on the other side?
I know, right? You take 3 cold damage. And it is going to try and bite you. That is a 24 to hit.
Uh-huh.
And
Is it
that...
also just a +6?
Pardon?
Is it also just a +6?
It's a number.
Or is it like... It's a number. Okay.
It's a number. And that is 12 points of piercing damage as it bites down hard onto your arm.
Which arm?
And odds or evens?
Evens.
Okay, evens is your robotic arm. It was a 6, so it's your robotic arm.
Okay, cool. I look at it disapprovingly, being like, I should feel something here. I know this should hurt, but the only person that's going to be upset about this is probably Syl.
And if it's on his robotic arm, does he still take damage, or does he only take like half damage?
No, he still takes full
Still
damage.
takes damage. But to be
Um,
fair, it's affecting his ability to, do things.
That's true.
yeah, and damage is not like your health points is not just how much blood you have in your body, but your ability to do things, your resistance, your
What?
endurance, all that kind of jazz. I know it's
What?
weird.
If it hit 0 biting his arm, it would be it ripped the arm off and
Off.
that made him go
And then probably beat him
unconscious.
with it. But I also need
Nice.
you to make me a strength saving throw.
I don't know if a 15's any better, but again, the other side!
15 does pass. You do not get grappled.
Beautiful.
So you managed to
Seeing
pull
the-
your robot arm out of his mouth.
Excellent.
Seeing the advantage side sometimes is just heartbreaking because it's like, oh, what could have been?
Yup.
What could have been?
What could have been.
Am I able to cast Fairy Fire?
Does Fairy Fire require line of sight?
No, it's an area effect. So I could target like here, which I can see, and still hit it.
Yep, you
Actually,
can
I
cast Fairy.
specifically want to target here because I don't want to hit K.
Okay, roll to see if we explode.
We do not explode.
Woohoo!
Alright, so all the trees and the snow around there light up in purple flame automatically, and the wolf needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
What's the
If
DC?
it fails, it also gets lit up, and the DC
It is. I think it's lit up like a Christmas tree. It rolled a 5, and if it's a dex saving throw, it's not passing.
Yes, so it is now lit up like a Christmas tree. All attacks against it have advantage.
Yeah.
Fairy
Alrighty.
Fire is concentration though, so I have lost heroism.
Okay. And Anna is a bit too far away to bite it, I think, with your held action.
Yeah, but I can still move on my turn.
Yeah, on your turn, but it's still on the wolf's turn right now.
Yeah.
And it is going to attempt to yeet itself the fuck out again. It is still here. That puts us to K.
Really? Oh. Nice.
Alright, well, it is my turn. God, this is inconvenient. Hold on. Okay, so you know what? As much as I don't want to do this, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this, and I'm assuming I'm going to evoke an attack of opportunity.
100%. Does a 18 hit you?
It does.
Okay. That is 14 points of piercing damage.
Neat.
That was max
All right.
damage.
Alright, so now I'm going to, again, use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on this creature.
Yeah, so you move it to the new one.
Yes. Because, I mean, the other one's a corpse, and that's not convenient. And then I'm going to shoot it twice with a longbow.
Remember, you
Alrighty.
have advantage.
You
And
have advantage.
I have advantage.
Okay.
So an 18 and a 22.
Both hit.
And then, just for sake of ease, I'm going to just roll 2d6. So I have dealt 7, 13, 25 total damage to this angry blink wolf.
Oof. All right, that puts us to Theo.
He's gonna move out here. And since we have advantage, he's gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay. Roll to see if we explode.
Well, first I'm gonna see. I fucking miss, don't I? Even with advantage.
14 does miss.
Yep. I'm pissed. Okay.
Also, I don't explode for removing my concentration.
I do.
Your Hunter's Mark does not re-trigger wild magic when you move it, only when you first cast it.
Beautiful. I didn't remember, so I rolled anyways just in case.
Fair. And we do not explode in either part.
I hate that roll 20 fucks me. Okay, so that was that. I move back.
Okay. Sylvania.
Alrighty. Do.
Actually, I'm very sorry. Can I just quickly move as my bonus action, can I move my flaming sphere down?
Yep.
It's not going to get very far, but I just want to move it.
Just ping to where you're moving it to.
I think the farthest I get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
How far
Move it
can you
here.
go? 20.
30. It can go 30 feet, so I'll move it 25 feet.
Okay.
Actually, no. Yeah. I think it should maybe move it here. So that there's a path for people to walk through
Okay.
without getting too close to it.
Okay, my
Alrighty.
go.
Yep, Sylvania.
I am going to. I'm going to use the dodge action, tell dog to move up to it, have dog move here, and the dog will also use the dodge action. I
Okay.
didn't want to waste my reaction to hit in case it attacks me and I need to shield or something.
Fair. Annah.
Yeah, we're gonna move over here and bite its face.
Munch.
I can actually attack something.
And you have advantage.
Oh, right.
Get to roll a second one to see if you get that nat 20.
No.
No nat 20, but you do hit on that first.
I do hit, and if I keep scrolling up... Oh, man, that's 8 damage. How exciting.
That you rolled another d20.
Oh, I did roll another d20. Dang it. Thought if I scrolled up enough, I would hit that. Okay, this is the one. Whee, that's 10 damage
That's better.
on a lower die. And then the second hit is 2d6. And then 15 to its stupid face.
15 does not hit.
Oh, right. Darn it. I got all excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled the damage for some reason. I don't know.
You hit the first.
Oh, nat 20!
Yes, the 25 hits.
I'm glad everybody else is on their game today. I'm trying.
I don't think you need to roll the advantage for that one.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No. Yeah, spares get 2 attacks, but you can't roll the attack damage before you roll the attack. So I'll re-roll the attack damage now.
Okay.
And double the d6s, so it's 4d6.
46.
What? Sweet.
And 3 of them are fucking
damage.
6s.
Yeah. 23
Hey.
damage.
Somebody has to do the damage.
God damn.
My fucking Hail Mary missed, so...
It was like when you guys were fighting the hag, and it was like every other attack was a goddamn nat 20, and Melither, what was it, 4 in a fucking row?
Yeah.
Alrighty. That puts us to the Blinkwolf's turn. It is going... You know to kind of like look around and seeing you all like enclosing in on it. It is going to use a breath through Annah and Kay. So I need you both to make me dexterity saving throws.
Bear's dex is +0.
Well, I get hit by this.
Ah, fudge.
You both get
So
hit by
does
this.
Annah.
Oof, Anna is nat 1'd.
Yep. Ah.
Okay. So, Kay, you take 6 cold damage. Anna, you take 12 because you nat 1'd that.
That's fair.
You basically like opened your mouth, opened your arms, like ah. And I need you to both to make me. Oh no, you both failed, so you are both frozen in place.
Cool.
So
That's
to be clear,
yours.
that just stops me from moving, right?
Correct. Your movement speed is reduced to 0.
Perfect.
And then the blink wolf vanishes.
Darn.
Does the fairy fire stay? I wasn't sure if it would.
How do you? Fire. I need to take a look at that one.
Because it like sheds a dim light around it 10 foot, but I don't know how it interacts with them changing to the ethereal plane.
You would not be able to see it once it shunts into the ethereal plane.
Okay, good to know.
But
That was part of the experiment. Sylvania
does
was
it-
like, if I put this on it and then it comes back.
And now I'm
So-
picking Hunter's Mark.
yeah, which is good. But the question, I have a follow-up question to the fairy fire. Is the creature still on fire when it comes back? Or is teleporting to another plane extinguish it?
It would
should
still be present because it's an effect on the creature.
Perfect.
And so should your hunter's mark, because you don't specifically need to be in a specific range. Because hunter's mark, you can also gives you bonus for tracking and things if it runs.
Yeah,
away.
which is why I'm looking at Hunter's Mark right now. Also, Kay, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw to see if you maintain concentration. You have
guess a
lost
9.
you have lost concentration on Hunter's Mark.
That'll be...
Roll me an Arcana check quickly. 17. As you as you got hit and you watched it kind of blinking out of existence, you did sense it fleeing the area.
Okay.
Before you lost concentration on Hunter's Mark and lost the track of it.
So Kay's gonna comment, so it's running away.
Which direction?
I don't know if I could tell. DM, could I tell?
It was heading northeast.
Best bet, northeast. That's
Uh,
all I got.
And with that, we are going to take a quick break. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Button. Bippity bobbity boop. We are back.
Huzzah!
So the wolf had taken off. What is the plan?
Kay, how do you track things that pop in and out of this realm?
Very poorly.
That was not the answer I was looking for.
Kay's response is, I'm not really good enough at that yet, because DM quick tangent. I'm pretty sure if I were to use my portal magic thing, I could sense that there were things moving in and out of places, but I can't really use them because they're not mine. But I don't know. Or at
Roll
least
me
with
a
my
nature check.
Nature.
Nat 20.
23.
You would know that animals like blink wolves, blink dogs, all that kind of stuff, do not actually create portals when they pop in and out of realms.
Fair enough.
So even if you were to use your detect portal, if there was a portal within the mile, you'd be able to detect it, but it wouldn't necessarily be because of the blink wolf.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because they swap to the ethereal plane, which is adjacent. And
Yeah,
it's like it's like they can just move in a dimension we can't.
Yeah, it's 4D chess.
yes.
Awesome.
So Kay's like, I can tell you the general direction it was heading, but I can't tell you for how. Because it's a blink wolf, it does have to pop back into existence. Shortly after, it can't just remain in the ethereal plane for an extended period of
Correct.
time, can it?
It
I can probably find its tracks.
Yeah, it would have potentially left tracks somewhere in the area, but with your nat 20 from your nature check, most creatures that can blink in and out of the ethereal plane, if they're fleeing something, will intentionally make odd movements to make them harder to chase.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like when you're chasing a rabbit through the snow, they'll just suddenly take a 90-degree turn and book off in a different direction.
Yeah,
I totally
makes
don't
sense
chase
to me.
rabbits around in the snow. So many fucking rabbits in Edmonton. God damn it.
I don't.
Hey,
My dog
Anna,
tries to.
how does druid magic work? Do you have specific spells you know, or can you swap them every day like me?
Anna can swap them per long rest.
For long rest, yeah.
Question: do you have access to the blink spell?
Pretty sure I don't, but I can double check.
I believe it's 3rd level. I don't have access to 3rd
Oh.
level now. I get access
Then-
to it when I get access to 3rd level spells. I just don't have access to 3rd level spells as a half caster yet.
Gnome spells, 3rd level. B. I don't see blink. I don't think it's a
Okay,
druid
so
spell.
druids don't get blink.
Yeah, I don't recall ever
Uh-huh.
seeing it.
Because that would be helpful, because then you could be in the plane with it and like follow it. Like even just figuring out like where it stays. If you went to that plane like as a owl, for example, and
Right.
just followed it around.
Yeah,
Well-
sorcerers can learn blink. Druids cannot.
Yeah, it would show up in my spell list if I could. It would. Sorry, the blink wolf attacked when we were attacking regular wolves, right? What if we try to track where this den was of the regular wolves? Maybe the blink wolf is also
right,
there.
because it was probably like the alpha of this pack.
So, like, yeah, it's not a guarantee that finding regular winter wolves will help us with the blink wolves, but
Kay is going to be like, well, it's entirely possible, but I'm going to need a minute, he says as he's less than a quarter health and very
Oh.
close to dead.
let's throw a cure wounds on you.
Yay, Slugsworth.
Slugsworth's coming out.
If we're going to sit here for a bit, I'm going to cast Mending on Dog. Assuming
them back up to
we're
full
going to
health?
sit here for a bit, I can just do it until he's full health.
Yeah, Theo's wanted to take a short rest as well, so we may as well just like have the party take a short rest. You can mend up dog to max.
Makes sense. Okay, you heal 16 hit points.
Now roll to see if you blow up K.
Oh yeah.
Almost.
But you don't blow me up, so that's cool. And that was 6 hit points?
16.
16, cool. And then I can use hit die to heal, correct?
Yes, because you're taking a short rest.
So can I
Sure.
choose how many hit die I
Yes, you can roll. You could even roll a hit die. I still need more. Roll your next hit die.
Beautiful. Well, I'm going to
You only
start by
get half
rolling.
of your level of hit die back per long rest, though.
Yes.
That's fine. I don't have a lot to begin with, and I barely use them anyways.
Well, you
I'm
should
gonna
have
roll.
6 of them.
I do, yes. Cool. And
Do that as well.
all right. Cool. I need to roll those.
Well, that being
So-
said, there is one of the wild surges increases your chance to wild surge by 1.
which is
Yeah.
awesome.
So it's like
It-
instead
if-
of surging on a 1, you surge on a 1 or 2, and it's just like imagine if Mel
that's-
got that on healing, and it's like, oh great, now it's like everything's more likely to explode. But now it's like I try and heal you, you're that much more likely to explode.
Is that for everyone or just for
For that person.
Like, just for the person. Okay,
That
cool.
person is at a permanent increase to 1 for wild surge.
With that person, is that something you can still undo at the places?
Nope.
Oh no. So given a long enough lifespan, so say like a high elf,
Given a long enough lifespan, casting enough spells, it is possible to make so every spell you cast is wild magic. Yes.
Crazy.
Assuming you haven't murdered yourself before then.
Given a long enough lifespan.
All right, cool. Well, with the short rest and with Sluggersworth's healing, I'm in a much better place.
Okay. And Anna, I don't think actually took any direct damage because of bears.
I did, but the short rest got me pretty tip top.
Okay, spiffy.
I took 40 damage as a bear.
I didn't take any direct damage because temporary hit points.
Nice.
Fair. So as the party sits and rests for a bit, how are you planning on trying to track this wolf? Also, Kay, once again with your nat 20 of the nature check, before the wolf blinked out and fled, it was looking rough.
Yeah. So, Kay
It
is
would
going to
likely try to return home.
yes, or insert safe place.
Yeah.
And nurse its wounds, but we don't know what that distance looks like, and or how far it can go. So, like, while normally, obviously, we've described it may be trying to trick us, it's in bad condition. So, we need to just keep our eye out, be diligent, see if we can follow the other wolves' tracks, or see if there's a consistent pattern within the blink wolf steps if we consider to see them, to see if we can potentially find it, but we have no guarantee for sure.
Because wolves are pack animals, so assuming that it's like the alpha wolf and this was its pack we just murdered, then they probably have like a home somewhere nearby to hide from the elements, which we can follow the normal wolf tracks back.
Yes,
Right.
and
Assuming K is up to that.
I'm more myself and Anna are up to it, because clearly tracking is not my thing today.
Yeah, we'll see. It might change. Anna specifically wants to look for blood in the snow, because if it was really bloodied and not doing well, even if it's only popping into existence for a short amount of time, I imagine it's still going to bleed, even if it's leading us on a goose chase.
Okay.
And I think the blood might be the best way to track it once we actually do find some blood. Assuming we can.
That is how far can it go without coming back? Because like if it comes back, does like a 90-degree turn, and then blinks back into the other world, backtracks that whole movement, and then continues along its original path, we would find that go, oh, it's going this way, and it would throw us off completely. And
Yes,
blood
true.
or tracks, we wouldn't know the difference.
Yes, but we have to assume the creature is a high level of intelligence and not just running zigzags because it wants to get away, which is more of a basic pack animal instinct.
No, I'm saying that it is smart. Like, it's running straight towards its home in the ethereal plane, but then going in the wrong direction when
mean,
it has to come back here.
Potentially. Like, honestly, we have no way of knowing, and overthinking it isn't going to get us anywhere.
Well, I'm more saying that we should prioritize the other wolves and find a home. I think is our best chance of finding it.
Sure. Survival?
Yep. Everyone can roll me survival who's trying to find tracks or blood or whatnot.
21!
Well done. It's only an 8 for me. And Theo wants to help out, because that's fun. Theo got a 12.
Theo's trying to learn.
Yes.
He can see paw prints in the snow.
Anna, you walk up and you're like you're like looking around. You see a spot of blood, and you run up and you see the mulched body of the rabbit. Like, oh,
Yeah.
that was right here.
Yeah.
Okay, you start following the tracks of the other wolves, and kind of following along them. Try to keep like it's a little bit harder. It seems as though like with the winter wolves, they don't they leave tracks, but they tend to be very faint. Like they don't they don't press into the snow very much, so they're running around. But you are able to find some tracks and start following along. And after a bit, you do find a couple spots of blood in the snow as well.
Cool.
Give me another survival check as the party continues following along.
21.
Kay is the leader, and I'm following him.
5 for Theo.
It's a 15.
15. As the group continues following along, looking around, trying to find more tracks. Kind of what had been discussed is like likelihood of them like zigzagging around is highly likely. You notice as you're like following along the direction that it had been going, Anna off to the left of fairways, you see another just that little driplets of crimson in the snow.
Hold on. This is a beast, correct?
Correct.
One of my favorite animals are beasts. So
Nice.
I get advantage on tracking favored enemies.
That's perfect.
I mean, not that it matters and it just makes it a 21, but I was looking for what my favorite terrain are, and oh. You said we were in mountains earlier, right?
Uh-huh.
Forests and mountains are my favorite terrain. My bad!
You need to know your characters, because I can't memorize them all.
Nope, that's all on me. Up until this point, you know what? Whatever happened. Kay was forgetful. Let's say he was having a time.
Kay wasn't too pleased with being up in the cold snow.
No, he doesn't like the snow. He likes warmer, more tropical forests and just warmer weather, just in general. That's what we're gonna go with. Yep. That's totally what's gonna happen here.
Alrighty. So as you also spot the blood off to the side, and the two of you kind of, or the group kind of like heads on that way. And upon like reaching the blood, like kind of looking around, like based off of how far it was from the last bit of blood that you had spotted, you figured that the wolf's probably able to travel almost 100 to 120 feet before they're blinking back in. But then blinking out again almost immediately. So it seems like the amount of time they have to spend in the material plane before they blink out again doesn't seem very long. But it does seem like they do still have to make like appear back here and then leave. You track the spots of blood, the occasional footprints, following along some of the, like keeping eye on where the other wolf tracks are. And you're following along for probably about 2 hours. And by this point, it's starting to get a little bit darker out. Give me another survival check.
It's only 17.
Kay rocking another 21.
It's clearly because I remembered I have advantage, right? In both the terrain and against the creature we're looking for.
Yeah, you're suddenly like, I remember how to do this. I know where we're going. You followed along, and you do end up quite a ways away, and like once again, another probably about hour and a half of tracking before you see sort of like a rocky outcropping, and laying underneath it is the Winterblink wolf. Roll me stealth checks.
Oh.
Like
Okay.
you spot it from a fair ways off, but
Well, since Sylvania's here, I'd like to cast
pass without
pass
trace.
without trace before we approach on it.
I
Okay.
was about to ask if once we know where it is, I could just stop, let the ranged characters try to murder it real quick.
Yeah, that totally works too. I still cast it just because I
Okay.
could, fake
Heaven
crit fail
forbid
or
you're
something.
stealth here.
Yeah. All right. So we didn't explode. Woo! Man, 17.
17. Is Theo going?
means I have a 28 then?
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't know that Theo, if still staying behind, Theo will also stay behind to help Syl out. I think.
Cool.
Well, it's still staying behind just because they aren't
Just
like up to
'cause
fight, or
not-
because
not
you
up-
are hard at stealth and are like let the ranged people go
not
forward.
good at stealth. It's more like I wanted to let the ranged people try to get in close and attack, and I'm fast on dog, so like it's like if I end up needing to charge in, I can.
All right. So Theo will get closer, but I don't think Theo's gonna go try and slit its throat.
Oh, of
So
course
that's an
not.
18 from Theo.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, because what is it? I have a very aggressive range. Like,
Well, right now you're currently over 200 feet away.
yes. So my goal is to stealth, until I'm within like 150, so that I can easily and clearly, hit this.
Yeah, Theo would need to move into 120 for the Eldritch Blast to be able to be in range, and I don't know how close Annah has to be in range of any of her attacks.
120 is my best range.
Okay. So is that what the group's plan is? Get to about 120 and then unleash all hell?
Except for me, I'm
Yeah.
gonna stay at that 200 so I don't ruin the stealth.
Yeah, that seems reasonable to me.
It's like if they're at 120, that's one turn of movement for me to charge up if it attacks them and starts causing issues.
Well, they're 120 and they're 80 plus feet ahead of you.
Well, that's what I was saying. They're 80 feet ahead of me, and that's one turn of movement if dog dashes.
Fair. Alrighty. Roll me your attacks.
Oh. All right.
The wolf has not noticed you.
For my attack, the wolf would need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And I rolled a 17 and a 10.
Nice.
Okay.
The DC is 14.
14?
Yeah.
What spell are you using?
Erupting Earth.
Okay. Okay, and roll me the spell attacks for Theo.
Oh, right. Theo, I'm assuming, is using Eldritch Blast.
Yes.
So, and he casts it twice, right?
Yeah.
So 23 and a 10.
Okay.
I think the 10s are just like a thing this round. It's just
Apparently.
yes. No.
So Kay and Theo both have a hit land.
Okay.
So that's 9 piercing damage from K.
And if
do
they
wanna...
if they succeed on the erupting earth, do they take half damage?
They take half damage.
Okay, so roll me the damage for erupting earth as well.
All right. So 11 damage.
Okay.
And I don't remember what Eldritch Blast is off the top of my head.
1d10 plus 2, I believe, is Theo's modifier.
You guys are the best. Oh, sorry, Theo.
But they hit.
3. They hit. Ugh. Wow.
So as you all kind of like line up and ready your attacks. Actually, Theo and Kay, roll me your second attack.
Second attack.
Because it was asleep or lying down or what
You
have you?
you basically have a surprise round on this, so you would have advantage on these attacks.
No.
Oh.
All right. Well, then that's 6.
Spell attack. I swear I just had it.
You just need to roll.
You just need to roll the damage, just the 1d10 plus 2.
Plus 2.
Oh, I see.
So that, yeah.
I gotcha.
Ooh. There, you made up for your first one.
There we go. It's a little better.
A little.
Yeah, that's 40 additional damage that you guys dealt on that round.
Gross.
So as the wolf is laying there, and you all wind up and just vault, like send this volley of spells and arrows its way, and it gets hit by the first arrow, and as it stands up, the erupting earth just kind of crashes into its ribs, barely gets out of the way of taking a direct hit before the second arrow and the the two Eldritch Blasts come crashing into it, and it turns, and you watch it vanish from existence briefly, popping back in maybe 15 feet away as it crumples into the snow.
Bill, did you need this to be in good condition?
I believe Syl just needed specific parts of
The pelt.
I needed the hide.
Yeah, okay, but can the hide be a little bit schmucky?
Oh, I can just get rid of those parts. To be honest, I'm making a single bag.
Perfect.
All right, are we gonna survival our way to see how we dismember this thing?
Yeah, who's going to... Well, one person's going to be able to try and skin it. Who's going to try and skin it?
I can assist. I don't know. Maybe, I think Kay's survival's probably better. Mine's only a +6.
I mean, yours is a +6. Yours is technically better than mine is.
But I might mess up. Oh well.
Well, so might Kay. But
Yeah.
you if someone's going to be helping, like, hey, if you're going to help, then Anna would have advantage on this roll.
I'm fine with helping, yeah.
Okay, because I assume I can't take 10 on it. All right.
Well, that is nat 20, so I think that you're A-okay.
Here we go.
So Anna, you get up there and you get to work on like carving away the fur, and smooth cuts all the way through. There's a couple areas where like you would like the arrow would hit in, and you just kind of like break the arrow, drop the shaft, like cut around to like lift it up, pull the rest of the arrow out of the meat, and toss that aside, and keep going.
Nice.
And you do a amazing job. Like there's some damage to the pelt because you just unleashed a fucking volley on it, but the damage that is done to the pelt is not from your skinning of the pelt. You
Awesome.
got like as pristine of a pelt as you could have managed out of what it was, and nice big, like really nice big pelt.
Yeah. Can I take some of its teeth?
Of course.
Sweet.
Based on the what is it called? Blueprint sounds wrong for like
The schematic.
schematic. Still doesn't sound right. Oh well, but you know what I'm talking about. That I had for the bag of holding. Do I think this one pelt is enough?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The recipe, I think, is the word you're looking for.
Recipe.
But yes, this is a single Blinkwolf pelt, which is large, but it was also in really good condition with how well Anna was able to skin it. If they had botched the rolls, you might have to hunt a second one to have enough salvageable pelt. But because Anna just aced this one, you've got more than enough good pelt to work with.
Sweet. Do we want to
That's
bring
what
meat
I
back?
needed to know.
Like, is it worth trying to bring some like meat back to the town as a gift to feed all the new people there, or screw it? It's too much.
That
like,
one's up to you. I wanted the pelt.
I mean,
I
the
need
town's not
pelt
going to
to turn
object.
Dog's mouth into a bag of holding.
Yeah,
I
I'll
mean-
just shove it.
just honestly, just take it all.
That being
'Cause,
said, it's
yeah.
also late at night, so the party's probably going to want to do a long rest.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so you know what? Wolf meat for
Demons.
wolf meat for dinner.
Yeah, that too. Does Theo have to roll a surge for tiny hut?
Yeah.
It's a 13.
Does not explode, nor does it fill up the tiny hut with water.
Just because Sylvania can Sylvania try to make oh crap, I remembered the word earlier because I wanted to ask if she could do this when we hit night. It's not an igloo, but an igloo.
Not an igloo, but an igloo.
I can't remember what it's called. It's called something different when you don't use the ice blocks and you use a bunch of piled snow, but it's ultimately an igloo.
I believe that's called a snow fort.
No, it has a different name for the shelter.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but
There's the snow cave.
Are you thinking of a Quincy?
Quincy!
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
like, it's like a snow cave. It's a quick emergency. Snow.
Yeah, I literally
Yeah.
just found it. I was Googling. I was
Yeah, a quinsy is a big pile of snow that you go and hollow out from the inside. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I know as a snow fort from just like as a kid playing in the snow and just digging in holes. So yeah, the party is the party does not explode when Theo casts Tiny Hut, and is able to rest up for the night.
Anna will take a watch just in case because we're kind of close to the wolf area or whatever.
Okay.
Sylvania is not willing to take a watch tonight. She is sitting, she has her ever burning torch in front of her, and then dog's tail like on the other side. It's like, I will not be in the dark. I will not be in the dark. I will not be in the dark.
Yup, because Sylvania is afraid of the dark right now.
Oh, do we know why?
Wild Magic
Wild
Surge.
magic.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, because K Wild Magic surged ages ago, and
Yeah, on the trek up
Yeah.
here.
it's
Sylvania
something
has.
she can get over, and I'm required to help her get over it. But we don't have none of the towns up here have the ability to deal with it.
I don't
Yep.
remember why.
So I'm waiting for us to get back to Emma Rodell.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, fix that.
it was when you were on your way to Galanath.
I cast a spell in the middle of the night, and it
It went wild.
Yeah, it did.
And its effect was it made Syl afraid of the dark.
Yep.
That's cool. And awful.
Yeah, Sylvania, you're just like sitting there, like huddled between your torches, and
Oh my god.
I am not in the dark. I am not in the dark. I am not in the dark.
Huh. Anna's gonna have to catch some fireflies to just hang around Sylvania at night.
alrighty. Anna, roll me a perception check for your watch.
Yeah. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Over the course of the watch, you do not notice anything of threat. Well, anything that's an immediate threat. You do see, while you're sitting there, a moose walking along in the background. It does not seem to notice the hut at all, nor does it seem to care. So, dangerous, but not an active threat.
Moose will fuck you up, but
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm scared of a moose more than I'm scared of that winter wolf.
Don't worry, it's not breeding season.
rot.
I don't know what breeding season is, and I don't want to risk it.
Yeah, your watch goes by uneventful. Like you don't have anything that seems like I need to alert everyone to its existence, kind of thing.
Cool.
Is anyone else taking watches or no?
Theo would because he only needs to meditate for a little bit.
A couple hours, yeah, or 4 hours. So perception check from Theo.
15.
15. All in all, pretty quiet night. Especially with it, like it's very peaceful with just like the layers of snow, and aside from the occasional animal tracks and the fairly just most of it seemed like fairly fresh snow. and then looks kind of back the way you came, just all like the footprints and trudging through. It's like, night comes and goes, and morning arrives. Is the party hauling the body back?
Yeah, Anna will definitely cut it up in a way that she can stuff it in her bag of holding. Maybe
Okay,
wrap it in a cloth first. I think
fair. Rather than just like shoving everything into the bag of holding, you get back to the town. It's like, oh yeah, look at all the meat I bought. You like turn your bag inside out, dumped out like meat, bloody books, your bloody clothes.
Lots of bugs. I'm actually gonna wrap it in my like fine traveler's clothes because I haven't needed to be a respectable merchant in a very long time.
Okay. Are you tearing apart your traveler's clothes to be able to wrap it up nicely, or?
Sorry, not my traveler's clothes. My fine clothes.
Well, like
There we go.
same thing. Like, are you like tearing up the clothes to be able to like wrap it up?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you can write
Get
those
rid
off as destroyed. So you're able to like pack in a bunch of the meat, and that being said, there's more meat than there is traveler's clothes.
Well, I'll take what I can wrap up in the clothes, and I guess forego the rest.
Does that also include the stuff we ate at dinner the night before and what have you?
Correct. It was
Pretty
a big
cool.
honking wolf.
I mean, that's fair. Kay would be fine with just leaving it. Like the other animals could totally make use of it. So
Okay.
The Yeti will show up at some point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it won't eat us.
Unless you stake around too long. So the party makes their way, like takes the day to head back towards Frostmere, and you do eventually make your way to the city's edge. Your cart's still sitting out beside Old Bernie. So having now retrieved Sylvania's Blinkwolf pelt, what is the party's next destination? What is your goal?
I think it's travel down to Doris and teleport to Amonodel on the next possible.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the idea of going down back to home base and getting some stuff ready. I'm gonna leave the wolf meat at the tavern to feed people. Theo had mentioned the coven, right?
Yeah.
And we're assuming the coven's north area. Like,
I mean,
I don't know. Are you assuming that?
Aren't
All
we?
you know is there is a coven.
Yeah, like Kay was listening, but he's like, we've no way of knowing. We know a creepy coven exists. That's about all we have.
So not knowing where Zuging's gonna end up, maybe we can just talk to someone that's gonna that lives in Frostmere.
Hey,
being like,
before we go, we need to get walkie-talkie stone back from
Draenor.
Draenor?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy enough to do. She hands it over.
Sorry, I just don't want to forget it, because that would be really awkward for one of us not to have it, and then
I assume that
lost.
over the course of the 2 days that you had in town, she would have handed it back to you.
Yes. I just need to make sure we
Yeah,
state
of course.
it outright, because whenever we don't state something outright, you use it to haunt us in the back end.
Yes, you have recovered the walkie-talkie stone from Draenor.
Maybe we can just have people that live here, to keep their eyes and ears open for any coven, whatever, and someone we trust can send message to us.
Okay.
To Amonodel, just in case. I don't know. I'd be interested in taking down a coven, but I also don't really want to stick around up north and wandering aimlessly.
Fair. Especially since you don't know anything about the coven, where it might be, or anything of the sort.
Yeah.
We also have a bunch of stuff we want to do in Amonodel, because we want to get Backdraft to come down. Most of our construction should be done at this point.
Yeah,
Yes,
and so
I'd
you'd
like
be
to
able
go
to
back.
start the next phase of construction if you have the gold for it, stuff like that.
Yeah, we could do a couple other smaller business transactions while we're in town. Like, there's always stuff to do in Amonodel.
Yeah. Alrighty, so the party's grabs their cart, gets their stuff grouped up, one last farewell to Zugink, and makes their way down to Doris.
They go one last goodbye to what'd you call the machine, Bessie?
Old Bernie.
Bernie. Yeah, one good old goodbye to Bernie. Like, she actually starts tearing up a bit, and it was like, it was such a great time working on you. Yeah, you keep working for these folks.
Still made a friend.
And it is a giant coal-powered furnace.
Yep.
So the party heads south from Frostmere, making their way back towards Dorisk. And it still takes the while to get down there, as travel by foot usually does. But you make your way down to Dorisk without much issue. I will get 3 wild magic surges from Theo. None of them exploded. And upon arriving in Dorisk, you find it's going to be probably about 4 or 5 days until the next teleport to Amanodel. If there's like anything small and that you want to pick up prior to the teleportation, you can easily do so. Otherwise, it is the 50 gold for the group, I believe it was, for the where's my teleport rules here? No, 20 gold per person for use of the teleportation circle. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
It'll save us like, what is it?
A
month
month.
and
month.
a half of travel,
At
like,
least. Depending
Yeah,
on what
it's
other
not-
things you run into.
Whew.
Well, we don't really want to run into some of the things we ran into again.
That's
No.
what you don't want to go and try and play with the
No.
elk skull creatures.
Okay, Sylvania actually does, but I don't think the rest of the party does.
Alrighty, and so the party waits for the handful of days before taking that teleport to Amanodel. And you arrive in Amanodel in the Middle District, and you're able to kind of stretch it. You left Dorisk wearing your owlbear clothes because it was still cold there, but it doesn't take too long before you get to Amanodel and you're like dying of heat. And so you're like stripping off all the owlbear stuff.
Awesome.
Making your way down to the tavern, back to your place. As you arrive at the door of your tavern, you look up and you remember that when you talked to Cran, that they had mentioned they put up a sign. And because you hadn't decided on a name yet, the sign literally says, where did I put it? Tavern, like, and it's painted onto just like a plank. It looks like this was taken off like the lid of a crate. And it's painted on there, Tavern, we are open. And just nailed on top of the Death Adder sign.
I love it.
So, Cran put up a sign.
I think I need to teach Cran some woodwork.
Darn. TWAO doesn't really roll off the tongue. The twow.
The trowel.
Shoot, I was thinking she's really onto something, but maybe.
And as you open up the door into the tavern, you can see Cran standing at the bar and kind of looks up to you. Oh, you have returned. Welcome back. And that's our going to end tonight's session.
Okay.
Do we level up? Have we leveled up? We finished an arc.
The party is now level 7.
Oh my god.
Huzzah!
Get to chat.
Oh, I'm excited.
Why would you get something exciting at level 7?
if I recall, last time I did this, I was like, "Oh, level 7's gonna be fun," because I think I get some more Horizon Walker shenanigans at level 7,
Fair.
and oh boy, I get Ethereal Step.
Ooh.
At level 7, you learn to step through the ethereal plane as a bonus action. You can enter the etherealness. As a bonus action, you can cast the etherealness spell with this feature without expending a spell slot, but the spell ends at the end of your current turn.
Something needed to deal with the blink wolf before you got the fucking I can go into the ethereal plane after you, fuckers.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll take it.
Love it.
Alrighty. But thank you to my players for joining in. More shenanigans await. Fun times, chaotic times lay ahead, and we'll see what, now that you're back in Amonadel, what the future has in store. So, thank you to anyone who's tuning in, and I will see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.